Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl, Candy Washington, and I'm with it today. I'm ready to dive into this all about the tea drama. Again, it is the gift that keeps on giving. And then if we have time, we will dive into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's take a room temperature to see what you guys want to cover. But welcome everybody. I just want to say hi to a couple people that are in here already. Hi, Elena Kilsey. Yes, we are ready to spill that tea. Yes. Hi, Adam Daniels. Definitely here for it. Yes, I am definitely here for it too because you guys, I'm torn. Like, this is the conspiracy theory that just keeps on giving. So I'm going to need your help because I have two minds about this. I'm going to need your help to crack this case. Hey, AP News. Hey, guys, I'm here for all the tea. Yes, we are going to get into it. I also want to share with you guys that you are not going to believe who left me a voicemail this morning. Put it in the chat box. Who do you think left me a voicemail this morning about this all about the tea nonsense? Put it in the chat box. Hey, Keisha, everybody, I am here early today for this tea. Yeah, I still believe Avatar Monica is Monica Sauls. Okay, we're going to get into that too. Yes. Hey, Keisha, let me go get my snacks. Be right back. Yes, snack up, get your drinks. This is just my iced coffee. And I have some water, but yes, let's do this. Hey, Vic May. Hello, everyone. I'm tired, but I'm here for it. Yes, I'm here for the mess. I am all the way here for the mess. Okay. Hey, Elena Kilsey. I'm ready with my Diet Peach Snapple tea. Okay. So now that we all said hi, click the like button, subscribe, share, but let's get into it. So the person who, wait, let's see if anybody guessed it first. Hey, Young Rich. Yes. Hey, May. Hey, Candy. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everybody. Yes. Hey, everyone. Yes. Right on time. Yes. Okay. Oh, somebody guessed it. Okay, Linjin, you said Marcella because she want the attention. Yes. Marcella called me and left me a voicemail this morning. I have it on my phone right here. She left me a voicemail. I'm not going to play it because I know that she so first of all, Marcella confirmed directly to me in my voicemail. I have it legitimately on my phone that Monica did send her a cease and desist. I know that we've all known this. I know that Schoolboy said it during her interview on Ladies First panel. I know Monica said it. I know Marcella said it. And there was also some gossip going around that she also was trying to go after Kempire since Marcella did her interview expose on Kempire. Monica was trying to go after him too. But Marcella left me a voicemail. What she said, and I can tell you the gist of what she said because I want to be respectful that she has a cease and desist and that she reached out to me privately. So I want to be respectful of that. But so I'll give you the gist of what she said without exposing anything that could come back on her because I don't want to do that at all. I want to be very respectful to her. She basically really just said, thank you. Like, thank you for switching your perspective on me. Thank you for having a very respectful and fair assessment. I believe she's referring to the video that we did before, which was like Marcella versus Avatar about grief and exploitation and Monica's narcissism. So yeah. Oh, wait, Young Rich. He said, how did this woman get the number? I don't know. Like, my number is out there. Like, I'm not an avatar. Like my number is out there. Like, I don't know how exactly she got it, but I promise you, she did it. And then I texted her back and I was like, you're so welcome. And she said, thank you. And it was great. She was nothing but polite and nothing but respectful. She confirmed that she did, in fact, legally receive a cease and desist. And that's really all she can say about it. She's happy she got her story out there. But wow, I am such a small content creator, but we're making a difference. Yeah, so Marcella reached out directly. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, Let's see what you guys are saying. It says, hey, Candy, listen to you while I'm working. Make sure you have the fair use and use allegedly. So who shall not be named is striking channels. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Sister Kia. Thank you so much for the reminder. Yes, this is all fair use. This is just my opinion. This is commentary. Allegedly. Okay, now let's get into the tea about Monica's alleged identity. And I'm not doxing anybody because this information is already out there. I'm not going to share anybody's like work or home stuff. I'm just going to share names and the information that's already been out there. So backstory. We all already know about the whole Monica Sauls Bojangles thing, right? So Apple Watts basically was the one who came out and said Monica Avatar is really Monica Sauls she's like some like chief people officer, which basically means she runs like HR, like the head of like human resources for Bojangles. The Bojangles CEO came out with some tweet being like, oh no, this, I can assure you, like this Monica isn't the same Monica out here on YouTube. So I don't know what legitimate CEO is co-signing a YouTube rumor, but sure. So that was that. We listened to Monica Sauls' YouTube videos that she had done back in the day. And to me, the voice sounds so similar that it really started me to think like it must be Monica Sauls. Obviously, allegedly, this is just my opinion, just commentary, just for legality. It must be Monica Sauls. And then another thing that really made me think it was Monica Sauls was, and I have to give a shout out to Daytime Tea. And I have it linked in the comments. I don't want to show anybody else's video because I know people are getting, like Sis said, people are striking channels and all that stuff. So I don't want to show anybody's content, but it's linked in the description. And I want to give credit to Daytime Tea. So she did a video where she dissected. Remember when Monica did her like a Monica Exposes It All video or interview with Dr. Preacher Jamal Bryant's Jump Off? So in that video, I didn't catch it, but she breaks down. Monica says, oh, there's a blogger that knows me that reached out to me and was like, girl, they're trying to dox you. They're posting pictures of you and your kids or you and your children. So it was like a slip of the tongue, right? Because if I'm referring to someone who's not me, or who isn't the person I'm talking to, I would say, girl, they're trying to dox you. They're posting pictures of this other chick's family saying it's you. You got to go make it right. But what she said was, they're trying to dox you. They're posting pictures of you and your children, your kids. And Monica is the one who said that. So it was a slip of the tongue, but it's a meaningful one. Because if it's not my kids, why would she say your, right? And you can watch the video. It's in the description. So to me, that really cemented it. I was like, okay, it has to be Monica Sauls. 1, Apple Watts came out with it. 2, she sounds exactly like her. 3, it's super shady that the CEO is even entertaining this. It's like where there's smoke, there's fire. It's like if you're not guilty, you don't really pay any attention to it. But when you're guilty, you try and like hide it, right? And then so 4, or C, I don't know if I was using numbers or letters, y'all. I'm so hyped right now. So 4, Monica's own slip of the tongue in the interview when she said, a blogger that knows me was like, girl, they're doxing you. They're posting pictures of you and your kids. So if my homegirl comes to me and she's like, they're posting pictures of you and your kids, that means she knows that it's me and it's my kids. She wasn't saying they're posting pictures of this other girl's family saying it's you. So that was a slip of the tongue that Monica had. You can watch the video for yourself, and it's her Daytime Tea. I'm going to give everyone credit. Okay, so let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, Keisha said the moderator admitted he doxed her. The moderator admitted he doxed her. She is definitely Monica Sauls. So yeah, so I'm just saying it was that. However, now the word on the street, and I'm going to give credit to Nosy Ho Live, and it's Ho, Heaux. I've also linked all of her to her channel, and I also linked to the video in the description box as well. Again, I don't want to show anybody's content, but I'll speak to it and give credit to it. So this girl's with the shits, and she had all of the time. Like she had all of the time. She is with the shits and she is not playing when it comes to Monica Avatar. Like, watching her gives me anxiety how hard she goes. And I'm just like, girl, yes. So she has been doing deep dives, detective work. And she had a screenshot of when Monica the Avatar was interviewed by a lady named Lady Charmaine Live. Had interviewed Monica January 2021. And during that interview, there was a moment when either like the Zoom or the StreamYard, whatever video platform they were using, you know how on Zoom sometimes your avatar or your photo won't come up, but it'll say your name. So during that, when she was switching from just the nameplate to the avatar, it was caught on video and it said Monica Allen. And Nosy Hoes Live, I'm only calling her that because that's her name. Nosy Hoes Live screenshotted it. And it said Monica Allen as the name. So like, you know, like before on Zoom, if I do something, before it comes up, my name will be like, you know, before you turn on video, the name on mine would be like Candy Washington. And then you turn on video and you'll see my face. Hey guys. But on this one, it said Monica Allen and then it switched to the avatar. And so Nosy Hoes Live then did a deep dive to figure out who this Monica Allen was. And so the Monica Allen that she came up with was definitely younger than Monica Souls. She works in North Carolina. I'm not going to say where or anything like that because I don't want to dox anybody. In North Carolina, she did this interview podcast for, it was called the Black Women Rising Podcast. And on there, if you go there, you can see like the bio and everything. And it says she's in North Carolina. She's from the Midwest. And it gave all her accolades and all of that stuff on there. And I will tell you, see, this is where I'm tripped up on. Because Monica Allen looks exactly like the avatar. It's like if you took the avatar and put it in person form, Monica Allen physically, I think Monica Souls looks like the avatar as well, but I think that Monica Allen looked more like the avatar. And then also the name is the same as Nosy Hoes Live's screenshot that she did saying it was Monica Allen. So it's the same name. However, this is where I'm also getting tripped up, so on Nosy Hoes Live, when you go to the link and watch it, she plays audio from the podcast interview, and you can hear Monica Allen talking. And Monica Allen does not sound to me like Monica Souls. Like me and Monica Allen have more of a similar cadence. Like we're kind of like Valley Girl, you know, a little bit more. Like we have a similar cadence than Monica Allen and Monica Avatar did. So, but then again, Monica Avatar could be using voice change, voice box, like we don't even know. But Monica Souls to me sounds way more like Monica the Avatar. So these are the two schools of thoughts going on right now. One, Monica Souls, Bojangles, got exposed by Apple Watts. All that shady stuff happened. She basically said it herself on that live. And then you have the Monica Allen who kind of matches aesthetically the way she looks. And then she also matches the name of the screenshot from Nosy Ho Live, right? So for me, I think, and let me know in the chat in the chat boxes. I want us to have a discussion. I want us to talk about this. I have my own conspiracy theory. I think, in my gut, I think it's Monica Souls, whose maiden name might be Monica Allen. And it's a weird coincidence that there's another Monica Allen that looks like her. Maybe. I don't know. But I want to know what you guys think, because this conspiracy theory is just, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Hey, Sam Blank, you said, I think no one can find out who the avatar is because it's a multiple people presenting as Monica. That's true. That's another thing. It could be multiple people presenting as Monica. That is very valid. However, I think Monica is one person. I do think she's one person, but I think it's just so crazy. Okay, Sasha T, they are the same person. Yes, we are getting catfish. They are the same person. Yes, different decades, same person. Sharon Brooks, think it's Souls. So you think it's Monica Souls? Yes. Moonstar 2006, Monica Allen emailed Nosy. You know what? She did. Thank you so much for reminding me of this. Thank you, Moonstar. Appreciate you guys. Yes, she did. So, and based on that email, I think it's Monica Allen. See, now I'm going back and forth. That's why I need you guys. That's why this is a discussion, because it's so bonkers. And I told you in the beginning of this, I'm of two different minds because the tea is piping hot and it's crazy. So yes, based on the emails that she had sent. So for you guys who didn't see the emails, it was basically like Monica Allen emailed Nosy trying to like intimidate her, just being like, oh, you need to take that down. You're out here doxing people and blah, 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 blah. So the language that she was using in her emails would be the language that a Monica would use or a content creator would use, like doxing, and you need to take that down, and like all of, like, you know what I mean? Like, how like we talk and like all that stuff. And then Nosy was like, nah, chick. And then she was like, how about you come on a live? If you're not this person, if you're really not this person, come on a live, show your face, clear your name. And Monica Allen refused. She didn't do it. So based on those emails, it did make me feel like it was Monica Allen, just like the way she was coming at her, the language that she used, refusing to show her face or name to clear her name. Because I know if it was me and it was a scandal on this level, and someone was like, oh, this evil avatar is Candy Washington, and it wasn't me, I would be like, yo, let's do a live, let's do this, and let's just like, be with it. And let me clear my name and go out there. So to me, it did make me feel like it's Monica Allen, but there's also so much evidence that it's Monica Souls. It's bizarre. I feel like we're all still being gaslit and just catfished and all of it. So crazy. Hey, Nia H, I don't think we will ever find her. That's true. So we may never find her, but what's her name? Nosy Hole Live wants us all to reach out to the people at Catfish on MTV because we need more resources. So maybe the people on Catfish can find her, because the truth is we really all have been catfished. At this point, it's been a collective catfish, collective delusion. We all at this point are surviving the avatar. So let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Tecia Bradford. Nosy said Monica Saul maiden name is Peoples last night. Oh, okay. So Monica Saul's maiden name is People, not Allen. So they're two different people, but they both have enough. In my mind, okay, yes, they're two different people, right? There's Monica Saul's and there is Monica Allen, right? But in my mind, both people have enough circumstantial evidence to be evil avatar Monica. Like, they both, to me, haven't done enough to confirm it's not them. And if it's not them, I get it. The onus isn't on them to like placate to like YouTube conspiracies. But at the same time, if that's your name, if that's your integrity, I would think you'd want to squash it right away. And both of them look like the avatar. I feel like I look like the avatar. You guys, are you ready? I'm Monica. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, hey at Steph Royalty, her name is probably not even Monica. That is another good point. We talked about this on another live. We legitimately don't really know anything about this Monica, right? Like, even though Nosy Ho's Live had that screenshot where it said Monica Allen, Monica could have like put that in there as an alias, because it's not like the government does it or somebody official does it. Like, we all do it. Like, I could type my name on Zoom or on StreamYard as anything I want it. Like I can change my name. So we don't 100% know if Monica's name is even Monica, if that is really what her voice sounds like, if she's even married, where she really lives, if she even has kids, is she actually a woman, is she Black? Like all of these things, we literally do not know. There are just certain things that she said that right now we're just taking at face value to have some type of crumbs and just some type of clues to go on. But the reality of the situation is that we really know nothing about her. Like everything she says could be a lie. So we don't even really know. So it's literally the gift that keeps on giving. But for you guys out there, I will just say, like, Marcella did, like as I said to you this morning, she did call me, and then she left me a voicemail and we were texting, and I think she was genuine. I think she really was. Her interview with Kempire really did change my heart and mind about her. So I am team Marcella. So let's give Marcella some grace and love. Hey, Sakithia Wilder, Nosy is trying to contact Catfish. Yes, exactly. She wants to contact MTV's Catfish. I think she has a link either on her Instagram or her YouTube where we can tag them too, just so we can get more people doing it, because I would love to see this on Catfish. Sorry if you hear sirens, I know something's going on. I want evil avatar Monica caught. I want her caught. Off with her avatar head. I want her caught. Hey, Marlene G, but she lives all over the place. That's what she said. That's what she said. I could sit on here, do a virtual background, which this isn't. This is real. This is a real background, guys. But I could sit on here with a virtual background and be like, hey, guys, coming to you live from Cuba. And then the next week, hey, guys, coming to you live from Antarctica. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing. Nothing that she says is provable, and nothing that she says, even though we're taking certain things she says at face value, but there's nothing that actually backs that up because we don't know who she is. And if you think about it, that's really scary. It's like some serial killer level, right? It's like some real psycho serial killer, psycho Lifetime movie type stuff. It's insane. Hey, Sasha T. Yes, I agree. Saul's have family members with the last name Allen. Ooh, see? Now my mind is, this is why we're having that. This is why we're chopping it up. This is exactly why we're chopping it up. Because now I'm like, back to my other mind where I was just like, it's Monica Sauls. And then Allen is like a family name or something like that, because it just really seems like it is Monica Sauls. But I also think that Nosy Hose, with her screenshot of it being Monica Allen, is meaningful too, right? And then when I heard the Monica Allen girl talk, even with a voice, what do you call it? Like distortion, like a voice distortion thing, like auto-tune or whatever. Monica Allen's cadence, her word choice, her personality, let me put it that way. Her word choice, her cadence, her personality, she seemed more like a girl I would hang out with, like one of like my friends. Like she didn't seem like this maternal person the way that Monica tried to present herself as. Like the way Monica Allen was talking on the podcast audio. And again, you can go to Daytime Tea. Yeah, I believe it was. No. You can go to Nosy Hose Lives. It was her, the one who had the audio from the podcast, and you can listen to her voice for yourself. But the way she talks was very young. It was very Valley-ish. She just didn't have that same personality. She didn't have that same, and she seemed nice and genuine and pure. Let me put it that way. And that is not how Avatar Monica is. Avatar Monica, even when I was listening to her interview with Lady Charmaine Live, she sounded like a jerk. like underneath it, she just sounded really nasty. And like, even when she was just like talking about herself and talking about her life, and it wasn't even confrontational. I guess now I'm just listening to her through such a different lens. She just sounded really snake-like and just really cocky and really condescending and just really just all around rude. Like, it was insane. So I'm just listening and seeing everything through a different lens. Hey, Andrew Mack, Nosey's on a mission, LOL. Yes, she is. She's with the shits. She's got the time, and I'm here for it. Hey, Kay Lou, I think Alan is just enjoying the hype. I don't think it's her. Yeah, I don't think it's Monica Allen either. I think it's Monica Souls, whatever her last name is, and she used the last name of Allen because somehow it's in her family or related to her in some way. That's what I think. Hey, Felicia. Marcella was on with NH and commented it was the person who NH was talking about. Who's NH? Oh, y'all. Nosy Ho. Okay. Marcella was on with Nosy Ho and commented it was the person who Nosy Ho was talking about. Nosy Ho deducted it was Beefy Monica. Okay, so Beefy Monica now is a third player in the whole situation. So Beefy Monica, I don't know exactly what Beefy Monica does, but I don't want to like body shame anybody. So she's more of like a plus size woman, beautiful, like, so no body shaming whatsoever. And remember, you guys, this is all alleged. This is all my own commentary. This is all opinion. I'm not saying any of this is fact. Alleged. Okay. And so Nozo's deduced that it was Beefy Monica. So Beefy Monica is like a third player in all of this. She's a third player. I don't remember exactly how Nosy Ho got to this being a Beefy Monica person. But if you're saying Marcella was on and said it was Beefy Monica, then maybe it makes sense why Monica Souls makes sense. But then again, Monica Allen makes sense. But then again, individually, when you put them across from each other, neither one, they kind of cancel each other out. So maybe it is this third Beefy Monica. Put some more info in the chat about Beefy Monica so we can talk about her too. Hey, Marlene, it's just too confusing and weird. Yes. That is so true. That is so true. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Kimberly Dobler, you said, I always found it hypocritical. She can be an avatar, but calls in and can't hide her face. And can't hide their face. No, I agree. She was extremely hypocritical. So she wasn't showing her face, but if you called in, you had to show your face. But that's in alignment with how hypocritical she is. Like, it's in alignment with that. Wait, so Jessica saying Beefy Monica is Monica Allen? Are you sure? Because when I saw the thing, Monica Allen was thin. She was a professional. I think when I saw Beefy Monica on Nosy Ho's live, it was a different woman. They had one picture of her when she had this sort of like short blonde wig. And she was like a more fuller figured woman than Monica Allen. I think it's a different person. Oh, really? Okay, no. So Queen Mama Bear is saying Beefy's nickname Nosy Ho gave to the Allen woman. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. But I thought it was a different person. I really thought it was. But we'll see. But let's keep getting into it. Keep bringing the receipts. Hey, Avalon Park. Monica Souls never came out to defend herself, but Monica Allen sending emails with cease and desist letters. Marcella confirmed that it was Monica Allen, aka Beefy Monica. They're the same person. Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Correct. Monica Souls never did come out to defend herself. That is correct. It was the CEO from Bojangles who did the tweet. And as we said before, Monica Allen was sending emails to Nosy Ho's live being like, you can't dox people. You need to take that down, X, Y, and Z. And then Nosy Ho's live was like, well, come on the live. Like, prove it's not you. And she refused. So there you go. But I'm telling you, the Monica Allen that they had on that podcast just did not seem like her. The personality to me didn't match up. Hey, Moonstar 2006. I think Monica Peoples Allen or Monica Allen Peoples on the cease and desist. Nosy said, but I don't remember which one. Yeah, we're going to have to go back and do some more snooping. Somebody had said, Beefy is just an identifier. No shaming. It's just been so many candidates. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Hey, it's Latasha. Beefy Monica is simultaneously offensive and funny. So true. You know what? Maybe she meant beefy by like aggressive, like wants to fight. Like, oh, you got a beef? Like you want to beef with me? So maybe that's how she meant beefy. Like we're about to fight. We're gonna beef. Like Beefy Monica was like in the emails, like, yo, you dox me. I'm gonna cease and desist. I'm gonna do all that. So maybe that's what she meant by Beefy Monica. But I don't know, you guys. I remember in Nosy Ho's live, she showed an image of another Monica with the short blonde bob, and she was heavier set, who is different from the Monica Allen. So we're going to figure it out. We are going to figure this out. Hey, I wanted Johnson Candy. There are two Monica Allens. One is plus size. The other has a PhD. Thank you. I love you guys. That is what I was saying. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there are two Monica Allens. One is a plus size. So that's the Beefy Monica. And then the other one has a PhD. Okay. You know what, you guys? I freaking love you. Now, I think it's Beefy Monica. I think it's Beefy Monica. I think we just cracked the case. Okay, because, no, but then it still could be Monica Sauls. Okay, let me put it this way. I don't think it's Monica Allen with the PhD. I don't think it's the one who is on the Black Woman Rising podcast. I don't think that's her. So let's knock her out because I don't think it's the Monica Allen with a PhD. I think it's either Beefy Monica, who's a different Monica Allen than the one with the PhD, or Monica Sauls. I think it's one of those two. So now that we have three candidates, right? The Monica Allen with a PhD, Beefy Monica, who was plus size and she had the wig, and then Monica Sauls from Bojangles. I don't think it's Monica Allen with the PhD. I just don't. So it's either Beefy Monica or Monica Sauls. Hey, Jessica Hardy. Nosy Ho show us different Monica Allen. One was smaller lady and the second lady was the Beefy Monica. Yes, thank you guys. I love you guys. Come through in the chat. Come through in the chat. I love you guys. Okay, at New York Finest. I'm the real Monica. I'm the real Monica. Please send super chats. Exactly. Speaking of super chats, if you're having fun, if this is a good kiki, like the video, share it, have some fun, comment below. You can support on Cash App and all that other fun stuff. So yes. But yes, we are just going to have a nice kiki. Okay, hey Maria K, isn't Allen her maiden name? Sauls. That's what I said. That's what I said before, but then people were saying her maiden name was like Peoples or something like that. But then another person said that Allen was also a family name of the Monica Sauls. So who, this is just messy and confusing and all over the place, but I'm here for the shits. Yeah, I think it's, I need to do a deeper dive into this new Beefy Monica. Yes. Hey, Quasia Battle. Hey, everyone. Hey. Hey, Kaylu. Beefy Monica's emails didn't even sound like or use the words that Monica would use. Well, maybe she was trying to switch up. But what I meant by that is I'm not saying that I don't think the emails used the direct language that Monica Avatar would use. I think she used language and words that a content creator or a YouTuber or somebody in the space would use. Like all of us were talking about doxing and all of the other stuff and, taking things down, like the photos, like that's where I think she was using the language. She was using the words and the terminology to make it known that she has been around for a lot. And then she also said like longtime subscriber or whatever in the emails to Nosy Ho's Live. And Nosy Ho Live was just like, okay, red flag. Like, what are the odds that you're a longtime subscriber and your name happens to be Monica Allen and I happen to think it's you? Like, what? Like, that's too big of a coincidence, right? Like, she's lying. She's not a longtime subscriber. She came across the video. People were talking about it, and she emailed her to get her to take it down. So crazy. Hey, Sam Blank. Back in February when I first started watching, I Googled Monica All About the Tea. And the first link was the blonde Monica. I don't think it's her. Ooh. Okay. The first link was the blonde Monica. Hey, Sherry Watts. Yes, Nia, we want to know. Hey, Avalon Park. Marcella stated that it was Beefy Monica Allen. Her lawyer confirmed it. Avalon Park, come through, come through. Yeah. Now, I told you I had two different minds about this, and now that we're cracking the case and you guys are my lovely detectives, I'm so grateful for you. My heart is now leaning towards Beefy Monica too. It really is. Only because Monica Sauls to me made sense when the voice sounded really similar. Monica Sauls also had like, you know, kids. She came from a corporate background. She also had an aneurysm. I believe Monica Avatar had talked about different health problems and things like that. And then also when Daytime Tea did the video, when Monica Avatar was like, oh, you know, my blogger friend called and was like, girl, they're trying to dox you. They're showing pictures of like your kids and your house and all that stuff. And she used the word your. So to me, that was confirming that it was Monica Sauls. But now Marcella is saying, Nosy Ho's Live is saying, and you guys are backing it up in the chat box, that Marcella said it was Beefy Monica and that her lawyer confirmed it. So again, it's a doozy. We're all being super catfished. Super, super catfished. Do you want me to text? Should I text Marcella now and ask her? Okay, Tammy Loney Akibai, I'm leaning towards Saul. She always spoke, hi Tammy, I didn't mean to slaughter your last name. I'm leaning towards Sauls. She always spoke of being close to Tim Norman of Sweetie Pies. There's a picture of Monica Sauls and Mr. Robbie. Oh, and Mrs. Robbie. Yeah. See, the reason why I think, again, the reason why I'm leaning towards Sauls is because of the slip up that Monica did during her live. But Monica Avatar sounds younger than Monica Sauls sounds, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. Let's see. Hey, world's greatest hype woman. But what about Agraville Landry? She was another one of the nosy suspects. She was a writer on the blog. Yes. So she did say that Abigail Landry, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, she did bring that up. That was definitely another suspect. And she was a writer for the blog she was referring to is the All About the Tea blog. So she had like her face up and then a little like bio about it. But my thing is this, just on a gut level, I don't think Monica would put her face on her blog using that person's name because it's too easy to be traced back to her. And I also think it would be too confusing. So if someone goes on your blog and it's all of this commotion and talk about your identity, right? And you have a picture of yourself on there, even if it's under somebody else's name, to me, that's too slippery and too sloppy. So I don't think Monica would put her name and photo on it. And also, we all know how Monica loves to use people, right? She used her panel. She got all of her panelists, right, to show their faces using their names. She docs Plez. So she is not above using people. So it makes sense to me that the writers on her blog would share their names and share their faces, and Monica still would remain anonymous because that's exactly what she did to the panelists and exactly what she did to the people calling in. You know, when you called in, you had to show your face. She wouldn't let you not show your face, but yet she wasn't showing her own face. So I don't think it's that girl. I think she was a suspect, but in my gut, I don't think so, because I don't think Monica would ever put her name or her face even on her blog. Hey, Green Filter. You've got me gripped. Find her. Love from England. Yes. Love you too. Love from England. Yes, 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 yes. I'm telling you, we are all in the case. Hey, Elena Kelsey. Beefy is covering her tracks by removing Facebook pics. So maybe it's Beefy. Maybe it is Beefy. Yes, 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 yes. So we gotta find out. Also, you know what we need to think about too? Oh, hey, Francesca Lee. She said, Nosy Ho was violating the YouTube code of conduct or something within those lines. Exactly. Yes, that's what I was saying. Like, she was using terminology that us YouTubers and creators would use, right? Like, if I wanted to go against someone, that's the language I would use. I'd be like, well, according to YouTube's code of conduct, you are going out of the lines, and you're doxing me, and I will have my lawyer talk about A, B, C, D. Like, you know what I mean? Like, any random person who wasn't in this world, but I mean like YouTube world and all the YouTube streets, wouldn't use that. You know, like my mom wouldn't be like the YouTube code of conduct. She would be like, girl, stop posting my picture. You know what I mean? So she was using that type of language in the context of being someone. So again, I don't think it's Monica Allen, PhD. Let's leave that little girl alone. I'll treat her to brunch. I think it's Beefy Monica, which is what people are saying. But then also Monica Souls is up there. But what I was going to say is we need to figure out the timeline of when Beefy Monica was being put out there as Avatar Monica, because maybe what she was referring to when she said her blogger friend was referring to Beefy Monica photos. But I don't think we even knew about a Beefy Monica during that interview. Like if Daytime Tea hadn't put out that video, again, it's in the description so you guys can watch it. Double check, double fact. Again, this is all alleged, fun, shade commentary. Allegedly. I would think it's Beefy Monica. The only thing holding me back is the fact that Daytime Tea had that video, that audio snippet from Monica's interview where she says her blogger friend called her and was like, girl, they're doxing you. They're posting pictures of like your house, you and your kids and all that stuff. That to me is super, super incriminating. So I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Kayla, I wish someone could check the IP. Exactly. Maybe they will. I mean, lawyers are involved at this point, which to me is freaking ridiculous. And it just shows you the level of petty and evil and ego and narcissism that Avatar Monica has. Like, who in the world is sending a cease and desist on someone talking about their own, like to Marcella or to Kempire or to Schoolboy, about when they're talking about their own experience of someone, their own experience, when this chick literally made a killing talking about other people's businesses, putting out their clickbait, making up storylines, making up things to talk about, doxing people left and right. Like, she literally made a killing. She made thousands of dollars a month, got to over 100K subscribers, doing it for 8 years. She'll never let you forget that. Literally, on such a bigger level, speaking on other people's lives that she knows nothing about, as if she is the authority on their life. And yet she has the audacity to send anybody in this world a cease and desist who's literally just talking about their experience. That just shows you how evil she is. You know what, you guys? We need to go to MTV Catfish. We need to keep digging. She needs to be exposed. Not just for everything that she did to the panel, but what she's doing now. Like, you're bringing lawyers into this. Like, people have lives. That's money. That's, people have things to lose. Like, what does she expect? She's crazy, y'all. She's crazy, crazy. Hey, Jessica Hardy. No, Monica Soul's maiden's name is Peoples. Yes, we went over that. But then people were also saying that Alan might be a family name too. Hey, Sakithia. Nosy Hoes have more info to prove who she is this evening. Okay, you guys, let's go support Nosy Hoes Live. Her channel is linked in the description. Let's watch, let's support Nosy Hoes, and then let's get into it next time and talk about it, because I'm here for the shits. Okay, hey Felicia, when Nosy showed Beefy Monica's LinkedIn pic, Beefy Monica took it down. So now I'm telling you, now it's more about Beefy Monica. Hey, Kelly Washington. Hey, Washington. I'm a new subscriber. Just love your energy. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yes. So if you are here, if you love the energy, like, subscribe, support. I love you guys. And thank you for just hanging out with me. I'm having fun. Let's keep it popping. Hey, Cass's Live. Child, I can't with this shit. I can't make this shit up. You know what? I can't make this shit up either, girl. And there's so many different moving parts. Like the moment you think you know something else comes out. Like I was like, oh, it's Monica Allen. And you guys are like, nah, chick, like there's two Monica Allens. It's Beefy and PhD. I was like, oh, Monica Sauls. No, it's Sauls. Name was Peoples. Oh, it's this. It was this. It was this. Like there are so many different moving parts. It's like you can't keep up. But the only thing I really want to come out of this is that I want all of us to be more mindful of who we pay attention to, who we support, and I want us to support the panelists. I know that some of them, I know Marcella had some stuff going on. I know Schoolboy had something going on, but like, whatever. Let's just laugh and kiki. Forget it. We're not getting too serious. Okay. Hey, Mika 007. Funny how none of these people are willing to go live to debunk it. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm sorry if it wasn't me and it's to this level. Because remember Avatar Monica with her lying ass was like, oh, I'm getting death threats. I'm getting death threats. No, chill. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. We don't like you anymore, boo-boo. But nobody is delusional and crazy to send you death threats. Because then the fun would end. Like, no one's sending you death threats. Stop lying. Stop lying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if this was about me, I would go on and I'd put my hands up and be like, this isn't me. So it's crazy. Hey, Sam Blank, bigger Monica, Beefy Monica. I hope that's respectful. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. Okay, Beefy Monica posts videos talking on IG every day at tea time with Monica. But if she's doing that every day at tea time with Monica, then doesn't that seem counterintuitive? At Young Rich is where? At Avalon Park? Yes, where? We need the tea. We need the tea. Hey, Sasha T. I want to hear Beefy Monica talk. Me too. I'm telling you, I'm going to go back. I'm going to hear Beefy Monica talk. And then you guys were saying in the chat that Nosy Hose has more information tonight. So let's support her and let's all watch. S. Thompson is saying Marcella never said that. Okay. So now we're saying Marcella didn't say it. I might have to text her since now I have her phone number. She was really sweet though, you guys. Just again, she was really sweet, really humble. And yeah, just very, 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 very sweet. Hey, beautiful Brianna. The blonde Monica has a YouTube and it isn't her at all. The channel is I Am Monica Day. Okay. Getting more intel. So let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. At Teresa, no, she supported Monique. Yes. Yes, she did. Hey, at Kiki 101, what is Beefy? Is it to throw us off Sauls? Yeah, so again, Beefy was to differentiate between the two Monica Allens. So there's two Monica Allens. One is a plus size, or I'll say plus size. I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. Plus size, and then one had a PhD. So she's used Beefy to differentiate between the two. So that's where the Beefy came from. Okay, let's see here. At the real VB, Monica must got the okay from her lawyer. Live 6 p.m. Speak with your girl Marcella. That's on her channel. Okay, you guys. If Marcella got the okay, I am here for it. We gotta watch Nosy Hose. We have to watch Marcella if she's going live, because it's about to blow up. And you know what? Just on a gut level, I think something deeper and darker is at play. Like, I think that there is something else going on here that hasn't been exposed yet, that we're not talking about yet, because anybody with any common sense, even if you are a narcissist, after all this goes down, you're going to go away for a bit. You're going to have a plan. You're going to try and rebuild. I know she's doing those weird lives with like Wiley and like all these other people, and it's just like not working. But I think that there's something darker and that there's something bigger at play here. Let me know if you guys get that same feeling. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Hey, Deanne Gordon. Avatar Monica is trying to pull the same shit Charmaine, the fraud, sending out a cease and desist. She must have something to hide. Everybody can't be lying on her. Yes, I agree with you 100%. The fact that she took it to that level is so disgusting to me. Like, I'm the type of person where, like, you don't get the law involved. You don't call the police unless it's some, like, real threat. You don't sue people. You don't do cease and desist to like each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just grimy and dirty to me. So yes, that's why I'm saying I think there's something deeper at play. I think there's something much deeper at play here. Hey, at New York Finest, at Frankie Lama. Frankie, you're right. Okay, he's saying you're right. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Up in the chat. Hey, at Star Alexander. Avatar probably pretended to do that slip of the tongue and saw your kids' pics just to make us think it's Saul's. The same way Avatar's family and friends goes on people's chats to promote the Saul's. That is true. She could have used that slip of the tongue to deflect. And the sad part is, I think Monica is that evil and conniving and manipulative to have the foresight to do something shady and gross like that. So all I am saying is I put nothing past this evil Avatar Monica. We are going to crack this case. Yes, we are. Hey, at Lady T's T-shirt and designs. Hey, beautiful in chat. Like and share this video. Yes! Coming through to show some love. Have a great day. Thank you. That is right. If you are having a good kiki, if you like the energy, smash that like button, subscribe, and share. And you can always support via Cash App only if you want to. Love you guys. Let's see what you're saying. Hey, Chick Benny. Yeah, I will never understand why Jamal's side piece was interviewing her. Okay, the reason why Jamal's side piece was interviewing her was because she literally had nobody else that was dumb enough, desperate enough, or stupid enough to put their name on the line. And Jamal's side piece has nothing to lose. She's got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Like, we're not checking for her. She has no credibility in the space. So she had nothing to lose. And she let Monica play her. She let Monica write a script that she got her big old full person self up there and read like a robot, basically letting Monica interview herself. So I agree with you. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Sugar and Spice Lotus Bloom. Ooh, I love that name. Sugar and Spice and everything nice. Okay. Sherelle has decided to take the high road. You mean Sherelle's World? Yeah, Sherelle World, at least I haven't seen. If you guys have seen it, let me know. But I haven't seen her respond to any of this. I do think Sherelle sometimes can be wacky. Like, you know, she kind of has that weird, like, like, I can't do it. But she has, like, that weird, like, you think so, Perry? You know, like, she's kind of wacky. To me, Sherelle reminds me of, like, a really wacky aunt that's, like, comes over for the cookout or comes over for dinner. And she's just kind of really wacky and likes to shoot the shit. That kind of is what Sherelle Worlds remind me of. Yeah. Hey, Henricia Rose. I hope I said that right. Henricia. Demon Monica is a coward. Now you want to bring law enforcement after spilling all them lies about celebrities. Exactly. I agree with you 1,000%, right? 1,000%. So she wanted to go out there, make up lies, make up clickbait, expose people, make money off of it. But now all of a sudden, because we have questions about her identity and people are telling their true experience of her, she wants to bring law enforcement and a cease and desist. Girl, bye. That's why I really hope you guys are right. When we're done with the live, I'm going to go check. But I really hope you're right that Marcella got the okay from her lawyers to speak tonight, because I want to watch it. I want to see what Marcella's going to say again. I also want to see what Nosy Ho Live is going to say, because she's with the shits. She's got the resources. She's coming with all types of receipts. I'm going to get I'm going to get a drink and kiki with all of y'all. Let's see here what you guys are saying in the chat box. E-Love says yes at P. Hey at Gayla. She says weirdo. Monica is a creep. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. The chat is going fast. I'm trying to keep up with it. So give me some grace, you guys. Okay. Linda R says Sherelle already tangled with her last year. That's right. When she tried to come out and out that Sherelle and Perry were married. So yeah, it's backfiring. Someone had a really good comment. So that I wanted to bring up. They had a really good, oh, here it is. I think I found it. Okay. I want to talk about this. Hey, at Brian Thornhill. Avatar is going after Marcella because she exposed her over the super chat money. Yes. Okay. This is what yes, I think this is such a good point. I think, and I agree with you, she's going after Marcella because Marcella exposed that Avatar Monica was keeping all of the money and wasn't giving any of it to the panel, except for that $50 to $75 a week, $200 to $300 a month, which was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But I think you're right, because when Marcella came out, I remember in her interview with Kempire, how she said when she was giving the super chats, she thought the whole panel was getting a percentage of it, but it turned out that Monica was keeping all of it for herself. That to me was the biggest aha moment, because I was like, you know what? You're right. Subconsciously, I just assumed end of the night, end of the week, they would divvy up, get their percentage, and it was cool, good to go. But she was keeping all of that. And you know what I think? You know what I was actually thinking about the other day? Because I think about this stuff. I think the real moment Plez was done with the shit was when Monica opened up the super chats for Plez's birthday. And Plez probably saw how much money Monica was making in one night off of super chats and was just like, I'm out. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe like Plez and the panel didn't have a clear, because I didn't even have a clear understanding of how much money Monica was making until this whole thing blew up. So maybe when Monica opened up the super chats for Plez's birthday and Plez was like, you're making this much money in one night and you're paying me $4 an hour, essentially is what it breaks down to, $4 or $5 an hour. I'm not with the shits. So I think that might have been one of the biggest turning points. Because if you think about it, remember then when Monica then came back to Plez and was like, well, can you work one night a week? And Plez was like, well, what's the compensation going to be? Basically being like, I'm putting you on blast. Like, I know now how much money you have been keeping from us. And somebody in the chat said it. I forgot who said it, but she was making at least $1K a night in super chats. Even like YouTube will retain like 30%, but even with that, which is like the taxes or whatever, but even with that, she was making so much money from the super chats, from YouTube itself with the views, from the membership fees. Remember, you could buy a membership tier. That is a lot of money. So she is collecting all of that money, exploiting them, and paying them $4 an hour. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Hey, at Adam Daniels, I didn't consider that at all. That's next level treachery. Exactly. Exactly. At Latasha, wow. Yeah, at It's Latasha. Hey, girl. Exactly. It's really treacherous. And I think to Brian's comment, I think he's right. I think that's why now she's bringing law into it, because she's being exposed for the conniving, thieving person that she is. And she probably doesn't want them to come back and try and get the super chat money. And then also what she was doing that was wrong. Since she wants to talk about YouTube code of conduct, Wasn't she deleting super chats? Wasn't she deleting chats? So people would pay for the super chat, and if she didn't like what that person said, she deleted it, but she wasn't giving refunds. To me, that should be in the YouTube code of conduct. You can't expect someone to pay you money for their chat to be honored, and because you don't like it, you delete it and keep their money. So whoever was doing super chats, you should go to YouTube and be like, I want my money back. That should be in the YouTube code of conduct. It's ridiculous. Hey at Miss Alexander J. She goes, at Jill Ruff. I will 1000% agree that it solves because there was a tweet with this cat photo of Monica from a brand new profile trying to get people off of Saul's trails. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's a mystery. And like everything that comes out, it's like, okay, maybe it's Beefy Monica. Maybe it's Monica Sauls. Maybe it's Beefy Monica. Maybe it's Monica Sauls. Like it's so much. Maybe they're the same person. Like it's insane. It is insane. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Katie. Hey, pretty. Turned off comments for members only. Exactly. So now you have to pay to play. If you want to comment on there, if you want to be a part of it, if you want to be on the show, you have to pay. And I think that's also a way of her, one, to make money, and two, to police what's being said. 100%. Hey, Sakithia. Yup. Anytime someone give Pleasure Monica comments, she had them delete it. Exactly. She did. And that is so dirty. Hey, Fishing with Sabrina. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. It's beautiful. Also, Avatar can be accused of fraud for those deleted super chats. That's exactly what I was just saying. 100%. 100%. She can be accused of fraud because you can't do that. You can't take somebody's money and then delete the comment. To me, that is fraud. That's treachery. And it's disgusting. Hey, Eva Locker. Ooh, I love your follow. You're looking so pretty. I love your hair. Okay. She goes, laughing my ass off. Nosy Hoes really dubbed her Beefy Monica and it stuck. Yes, it did. Hey, Young Rich. Somebody did say they want their $5 back, and didn't she say you ain't getting it back or something in that nature? Yes, she is so nasty. She used to call the teacup stupid. She's like, what do you can't read? What, you must not have been paying attention. What are you, stupid? Remember she used to call that? And she used to call them the R word. I'm not going to say it because I don't use that word. But all that stuff. What are you, slow? Yeah, she was really nasty. And like saying that our opinions didn't matter, our comments didn't matter. She was really, really nasty. Hey, at Real VB, right. How you losing money in a super chat to delete their comments? Exactly. Hey, at Dear Dana, the whole panel is having issues with how popular Plez was becoming and how much the public wanted to hear what she wanted to say. It became a dog pileup. Yeah, it was crabs in a barrel. 100%. And the way that you really know they really were jealous and that they really were conspiring was because the moment it hit the fan, they all had something to say. They all got it off their chest. You know, even Marcella, I love you, girl, and I'm happy you redeemed yourself. But when she came out, she was like, oh, Plez was talking for 3 hours a night and then trying to say like the live went too long and blah, 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 blah. Like, Marcella, I love you. You, in my eyes, you have redeemed yourself. However, you didn't need to say that. But that's what you were thinking. So Plez wasn't crazy. Like, the vibe you were putting out was that you didn't like her. And was kind of shady, because where did that come from? That thought randomly came to you all of a sudden? No, you've been thinking that, and you guys were probably talking about it. And then when Schoolboy went on his I'm so sorry. When Schoolboy went on her live, spilling all the tea, being a Chicana, trying to defend Avatar Monica, but actually ended up spilling all the tea. Everything she said about Plez, was that what you were thinking the whole time too? Because people really show you what they really think about you when there's a falling out or when push comes to shove. You know, like when people get angry and they say those nasty digs, you always even if you make up, in the back of your mind, you're always like, so that's what you were really thinking about me. That's what you really thought, right? So the moment everything hit the fan and people were coming out with their little digs and saying all this stuff. She's a paper pusher, and then how disgusting Monica was to get Wiley and all those other people to talk about Plez's appearance and her weight. And it was just so nasty and disgusting. It's like, oh, so I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. You were gaslighting me, and you just showed your slip. Because people really tell you exactly what they think of you on Mad Day. It all comes down on Mad Day. Hey, Michelle Scott, where is Marcella live? They were saying in the chat that Marcella is going to go live on her channel, which I think is Speak With Your Girl Marcella. Marcella did her tell-all interview on Kimpire Daily, but I think you guys are saying she's going live tonight on her channel, Speak With Your Girl Marcella. So let me see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Miss Alexander, I won't be surprised if Monica was planting seeds of jealousy in all of their heads. Yes, exactly. So again, that is what the narcissist does. They pin people against each other. So that way they stay the primary relationship and they stay controlling the narrative. Because as long as you are jealous and fighting with each other, you never are able to come together and really see the situation for what it is. Then you don't really come together and see that you're being manipulated, see that you're being exploited, see that you're being played and not making the amount of money that you deserve and that you should be making. So yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Hey, I would tell Marcella to come on Candy Live. I will, you guys. If she really has the green light from her lawyers to talk, I'll text her and I'll invite her on the show. I will. And if she's open to coming, she'll be on. I will. That's a really good idea. Okay, the super chats are going fast, but I'm going to try and catch all of you guys because the tea is hot tonight. Hey, Wendy. Marcella was on with Nosy and was great. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So we're all about to find out. Hey, Keisha, Speak With Your Girl Marcella should be premiering now, right? It's 3 o'clock on the on the West Coast, so it might be 6 o'clock on the West Coast, or I'm sorry, the East Coast. So it might be premiering now, but I'm gonna stay here and chat with you guys. Hey, at LJ Forever, I think that the whole panel got caught up in the newfound YouTube celebrity that they were blind to Monica using them. Yes, I agree with that. I agree. And I think, and I'm going to say this, and let me know if you guys agree with me or not. I think they all got caught up and got really cocky, except for Plez. I think Bishop got really cocky. I think he got very, very cocky. I think Schoolboy definitely got cocky. She was cocky. I think, I'm not saying Marcella was cocky. I don't think she was cocky in that sense, but I do think they all got very, very cocky. So I definitely believe that. Everyone, she needs your help. Candy laughing my ass off. Help out Auntie. So true. Hey, at Panel Lucky, this has gotten old. Is anyone really still interested in Marcella's story? I was interested in her perspective. Yes, I was interested in it. And I'm happy she came out and spoke. Hey, at Miss Johnson, I think she's trying to go live, but doesn't know how to work it. Oh no, we do got to help her. You know what? I'm going to text her and be like, come on my live. I'm going to say, do you want to join my live? And I'm going to say, would love to have you. Sent. Can you guys see that? Am I doing this right? Sorry. There you go. Sent it. All right, let's see what's gonna happen. Okay. Hey, Diane Gordon, vocalist. I returned Monica told Schoolboy last week, if you're my friend, then not to go live. The nerve. See, that is a type of gaslighting and manipulation. I definitely agree. Hey, at Dear Dana, all about Plaza Cup and the limelight on the paddle, people wanting to hear and see them. Yeah, they drank their own Kool-Aid. Hey, at K-Lou. Okay, super chats making at least 500 a night. 6 days a week equals 3,000 a week. 3,000 a week times 4 week is 12 grand a month. Minus giving the panel like 1,100, 1,200. She was making around 11 grand a month on super chats. I agree. She was making bank. And that's why she got the people involved, because she might be going down. Hey, at Love Malika, I don't care who she is. Without even seeing her, I already know she is not a person I care to know. That is true. Her spirit was nasty. Everything was disgusting about her. And now that everything is coming out, it's just, you got to listen to that spirit of discernment. Like, I was a teacup. I'm not going to front. I would watch it, and then it would get nasty. I would unsubscribe. And then my dumb ass would go back, resubscribe, and watch some more. Then it would get nasty, and I would unsubscribe and do all that stuff. So trust me, I officially unsubscribed. I'm not going back over there ever again. No, thank you. Hey, Natasha Ski. Royal Blue Tarot was the one who caught that on her live. Ooh, thank you for letting us know. Yeah, so Royal Blue Tarot caught it on her live as well. So I'll look that up, and I'll link her too. For sure. Hey, at Sassy T, what do you think of the name? What do you think of the name Criminal Minds episode on? This would be Demonica, Survivors of Avatar, Faceless Narcissist. Ooh, no. I think the name would be The Invisible Devil. That's what I would think it'd be, because even though she has an avatar, she's invisible. We don't really know anything about her. We don't have a photo of who she is, but yet she's done all this dirt. So I think she would be the invisible devil. Okay, you said, Giselle said, check my email now. Okay, I'm checking. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't want to dox anybody. But I just got an email saying who the Monica is. She looks like the avatar. Now, which Monica is this one? Is this a brand new Monica? Oh, wow. Wow. Let me see here. You guys, we're about to go down.
Yes, joining me tonight.
Can you guys hear?
Is Wiley. Happy Friday.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to do a deep dive since I got everybody on here and I'm on my phone.
A special guest joining me tonight. It is Wiley. Happy Friday. Hope you guys can hear me. So I thought I would send just a message to y'all to continue to be safe. I'm walking right now. There's nobody around me, but I think it is still really important.
Do you guys think that's her? Do you think that sounded like her? Wow. Y'all ain't playing out here. We are going to do some more investigating.
Yes, joining me tonight. It is.
We're going to do some more investigating. Wow. At Sephora has a clone. We can't see it with the banner up. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. But no, I meant it. Thank you so much for the emails and the videos. I am going to do some more research. There is just so many more receipts coming out. So let me see what you guys are saying. You said no, doesn't sound like her. I know the cadence doesn't sound right, but you just never know. I'm going to do another live. I'm going to do a deep dive of all of the receipts, and I'll bring on the videos and all that stuff for you guys. Let's see what you guys are saying. At P, I think she treated the daytime panel more professional, like her peers. The nighttime treated like employees. Yeah, she treated the nighttime panel like the interns, like the B team. 100%. 100%. Hey, at Kimberly. She goes, her replaying that video of Tokyo Tony saying T.I. got his stepdaughter pregnant. Oh, and Schoolboy calling Giselle's daughter ugly was completely uncalled for. Yes, Avatar Monica has done some low down, dirty, ridiculous, nasty stuff, and now she has the audacity to send anybody on this planet a cease and desist. It's ridiculous. I bet T.I. and Tiny are somewhere laughing and just doing whatever. I mean, maybe not because of their situation. Allegedly, all of this is alleged opinion. It is crazy. It is crazy. Sakita says, send it to Nosy House. She will show it. Yes, I will. I will send it. I will send it. I'm small, so I don't want to get in trouble or anything. But yes, I will send it. Hey, Adam Daniels. Oh my God, yeah, Schoolboy talking about the kids was out of line. Totally out of line. It was disgusting. And I think that they had, and by they, I mean, like, sometimes, you know, what Bishop would say, Bishop would call people the R word and be like, are you slow and all that stuff. And it would just, I think they came across that way and they had the hubris to do that because that is the culture that Monica was reinforcing, right? That was the culture that Monica was reinforcing. It was all coming from the top. Oh, Schoolboy's here. Hey, at Schoolboy. I apologize for that. Thank you for joining us, Schoolboy. I am happy you are here. The pinned link, if you want to call in and talk to us, the link is pinned. I'll share it again in the chat box. But yeah, if you want to come on and talk to us, I would love to have you. Let me see if I can pin it. Being a little slow. So hopefully, hey, Schoolboy, if you want to come on and chat, you are more than welcome to come on and chat. I think Schoolboy is saying that she also got a cease and desist. So ask Schoolboy, hey, I got a cease and desist as well. Yes, that is very true. I think Marcella is going live now. So maybe she has spoken to her lawyers and is able to get around it. But if you got a cease and desist, I don't want you to do anything that could get you in trouble. You know, the legal system isn't always fair. Oh, there you are. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
let's
go ahead
see
and
how I'm
send
going to
me
do this. This is my first.
Can you hear me?
Let's see. Did that work? You guys bear with me.
Are you able to hear me?
Schoolboy? Oh my God. Okay, you guys. Schoolboy, are you there? Oh my goodness. Schoolboy. You guys, I am so sorry for the technical difficulties, but we will get Schoolboy up.
Can you hear me?
Schoolboy! Yes! I can hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay. So I give you the floor.
I mean, I have a cease and desist, so I can't say too much.
Okay.
But I will say this. I have apologized. I have went there and I have said on my interview, I know a lot of people are upset because I didn't give certain people interviews. So I am aware of that as far as that is concerned. But I do want to let people know that I did apologize. I don't like my own behavior on the show personally. And there's a lot of things, just like you guys, a lot of other vloggers on YouTube are receiving cease and desist. We all are receiving cease and desist. The only two people that have not are the people that weren't on the panel besides me and Marcella. Those are the only two people I can speak for. I don't know if anyone else has received one or not. Pretty much, I've already talked about legal counsel. I've talked to a few lawyers, and pretty much, unless she sends me something from legal letterhead from an attorney's office, it means nothing.
Right.
So, she can't keep me from talking. And in that interview, I did not say anything negative about her or mention anything in reference to that said person. I still haven't.
Yes. I mean, in this case, when it comes to the cease and desist, I stand with you. I stand with Marcella. I stand with whoever she is trying to do the cease and desist with. But just to clarify, you're saying it didn't come from an official lawyer, legal head. It was just like a letter to stop?
It was a letter from her personal email. She will have to, legally, you have to have an attorney. It has to come on an attorney letterhead with the person that is filing the cease and desist with their address and legal full name, and it has to be served to me. It was not served to me. This was just for future, don't talk to me, don't talk about me type of situation.
Got it. So it was really more of just like a mean, threatening email that she sent.
It's a scare tactic to get everybody from talking. I've heard she's flagging pages, people's pages, and getting stuff pulled down. You know, at the end of the day, this is all intimidation tactic, and it's unfair. If you do something, then you just need to apologize. If she would have apologized, I think people would have understood a lot better. So you can't go around threatening people with legal action when you're out here doxing people.
100%. It's the hypocrisy for me. Like, it's like what we talked about earlier. She literally made thousands of dollars, not a year, but a month. She made thousands of dollars a month on the backs of clickbait, celebrity downfall, gossip, hearsay, all allegedly stuff, which is in her right. You know what I mean? She's a blogger, she's a commentator, whatever. But she didn't do it in a way that felt light. She didn't do it in a way that felt fair or unbiased. And so now that she's coming after people who are literally just speaking about their own personal experience, to me, it's so hypocritical, and it really just shows that she's in the wrong and everyone's in the right watching this. So, and then also, it's not a legal cease and desist. I think that's really important to know, that it's just on an email that is being sent. And what exactly does she not want you guys to talk about? Because we were talking about earlier that it might be around the super chat situation. So like we all know now, you guys were only making about $50 to $75 a week, when she was making thousands of dollars a night or a week, which clearly that discrepancy is ridiculous and uncalled for. So do you think that the reason why she's sending these cease and desist and these threatening letters is because she's worried about the super chat money?
No, I just think that she's worried about her reputation and the way that she's being perceived online. I mean, allegedly, she's in the system of YouTube. There's about 70,000 videos of her. So if you're going to have to hit every YouTuber that's ever done a video about you.
Right.
I mean, good luck with the clicking of the keys to get everybody, behind. But it's not fair to intimidate people. It's not fair to threaten people behind the scenes. It's not fair to do these types of things. And by no means do I agree with any type of movement like that. I kept it cute in my interview. I still did not disrespect that person in any type of way. I still have not disrespected that person in any type of way, because at the end of the day, I'm not about that. I don't want all of this smoke. I want everybody to move on. I want everybody to stop being the topic of conversation. But, if people are still doing things to you to continue to be aggressive, then people have to start getting lawyers, and people got to start going to court, because it's getting ridiculous.
It is getting ridiculous. And to your point, the only reason why this situation has legs still, and it's still this heightened, is because of her actions and her inactions. She never once came out and gave a genuine apology and or explanation about what she was doing behind the scenes, essentially stealing money from you guys. Because to me, that's thievery, what she was doing, stealing money from you guys, pitting you guys against each other, because I think that it's clear that she was dropping little kernels of jealousy and spite and to get you guys to kind of team up against each other. And then also what she was doing with clickbait and exposing people and bringing up lies and not showing all the receipts and creating these false narratives. She hasn't taken any accountability. And then the fact that we're talking about it now is pretty much because she's sending out these cease and desist and these, what do you call it? These threatening emails to people. It's like,
I mean, I've got deeper stuff that's going on. I'm not just receiving threatening emails. People are being sent in my email box. People are coming after me on behalf of her. I'm being threatened, all kinds of stuff. I have receipts for days. But I'm trying to be copacetic with this, and I'm trying to be nice about it. But it's getting absolutely ridiculous at this point. I think this is high school, and I think everybody went their separate ways. We've moved on, and we just all should do that. Where nobody wants to deal with this. Nobody wants this type of headache. I know I don't. I don't want this type of stress in my life. But if it continues, then we have to go certain routes in which we have to go the legal route, because I'm not going to be intimidated. I'm not going to be bullied, and I'm not going to be bullied by somebody behind the scenes, or in any other way, or from people on behalf of said person.
Right. No, because I think, one, I think you're right. I think that people shouldn't be coming after you on behalf of her. But I think that should also give you like the perspective of how it all felt like for us. We felt like you were going, and I know you've apologized for this, and I'm not rehashing that in a negative way at all, but just to show you the cycle of it. So when you did your live, you were kind of going after Plez on behalf of Monica. So that is a pattern that she does. She gets people to get their hands dirty and to go after people so she can say that her hands are clean. She likes to exploit people that way. And this is all alleged, my opinion, just commentary. Don't come after me. So I agree with you with that. But I think on the other hand of that, I think the reason why another reason why this hasn't gone away yet is because we don't feel that only the panel got played. We as the teacups feel like we got played too. Like we were showing up every night, supporting with Super Chat, supporting with our clicks and views. We were all invested in your journeys and in your personal stories. And to have this go down like this, I think the reason why it is still such a big story is because it's not so much that we want justice for the panel. I think it's great that you guys were able to kumbaya and go your separate ways. But at this point, we want justice for ourselves. And I think that's why the conversation is still going on, because Monica hasn't taken any accountability. She hasn't apologized. She hasn't shown her face. And she hasn't just gone away. It's almost an extra slap in the face that she doubled down on her position. And then she got all of these random other people, to be on it. So she's doubled down on what she did. She's deleting super chats, which to me is fraud. She's doing all of these things. So I think the reason why this story is still going on is because it's such a bigger story than just Monica versus the panel. Because as teacups, we were invested and we feel betrayed as well. And I also think the reason why the story keeps going on is because it's a much bigger conversation. It's an example. It's a microcosm of a bigger problem of someone having a platform or someone having something, making all of this money, putting out a front, and then exploiting all the people around her for her own gain. And it's a cautionary tale for all content creators, and it's a cautionary tale for all audience members. So I think this is so multifaceted and so interesting for so many different reasons. And again, I think the problem is the head. If Monica had just gone away, if she just sat down for 30 days, 60 days, 3 months, if she just sat down and went away, even without apologizing, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I think
Yeah,
at this point, regardless of whether she sat down or not, everybody would still be having a conversation because it was going to come down to everybody wanting to know what was being said and how everybody felt. How did everybody feel? Are they feeling this way? Who's feeling that way? I took the longest to say anything because at the end of the day, I went on vacation. Number one, I had to reflect and I had to get my mind right. I'm still getting dragged, and that's okay. I'm cool with it. I mean, I want people to understand we all make mistakes. No one is perfect, whether that's an age or not age. And that's something that everybody keeps harping on. And I want people to understand no one's above making a mistake. I don't care if you're 0 to 35 to 35 to 75. Age has nothing to do with the mistake. I have apologized. I have stated my piece on my Jaylee's Corner interview over there. And at the end of the day, I just want peace too. I don't want to be bothered either. I don't want to be harassed either. I don't want to be constantly bullied behind the scenes or receiving notifications from other people. I'm still not mentioning her name directly. You're stating her name. I'm not mentioning her name because at the end of the day, I still don't want to have to deal with anything going back and forth and in and out with court. Y'all have to understand that stuff takes money. Okay. And when you do that, then you have to go back and forth in and out and around the corner. And at this point, I do want everybody to let it go. But I understand people are going to be invested in it. You guys are invested in it as teacups. You guys watched the show. You guys enjoyed the panel. And, at some points, people stopped enjoying the panel. We've all said in our own ways that we stopped enjoying doing it because we were uncomfortable with some of the things that were being done. But, at the end of the day, all good things sometimes have to come to an end. But I am remorseful and I've said my piece, and that's all I can do at this point. And give everybody the time to heal, because you can't just tell somebody, to get over it. You can't. You have to let people grieve. There was a lot of people involved, and I'm sorry that everybody didn't get the apology that they wanted. I truly am sorry about that. But as I said on my interview, it's not going to be given. And that's just something that everybody needs to just really and honestly come to terms with. It's not going to be given.
I think at this point, and again, this is alleged, my opinion, commentary, not stating a fact. Right. My opinion is that this person's personality type is narcissistic, and narcissistic people are incapable of giving genuine apologies. I think collectively we all understand that. I don't think it's about, I think if she had given the apology, if she was capable of that, or even to fake it in a way, it would have went away. But I think at this point, it's gone on so long that justice for us doesn't look like an apology. Justice to us right now looks like being exposed, being revealed, getting a real name and a real face. I think that right now for us is what justice would look like.
I mean, and I know everybody, that's everybody's fixation at the moment. Like I said, I'm go back to creating my content. If people want to, subscribe, don't want to subscribe, I understand. I'm not taking this personally anymore. I said what I said and I've moved on. I want everybody else to be able to come to terms and peace with it when they are ready, because I understand everybody was upset and everybody is still upset. But I think people do need to understand, some people just don't apologize.
Yeah. And I will say this, Schoolboy, I hear your apology and I can only obviously speak for myself, but I accept it. And I think that this too shall pass. I agree with you 100%. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. I think the true thing will be actions moving forward. I know that there was some blowback about a video that you did when you were in Atlanta, and you were making comments about the staff and the service and the food. And I think that maybe if that had happened in a silo outside of all of the heat, it may have been received differently.
Let me say this.
Do you want to, speak on that?
Let me say this. When I'm out with my friends and I'm having fun, I am not going to sit up here and think about everything that's being blasted about me on the internet. I'm sorry. And excuse me, if the service was bad at a restaurant, I'm going to say it was bad at a restaurant. It was actually bad at every restaurant that I went to in Atlanta. So it wasn't just one restaurant. And that's because a lot of restaurants are understaffed and they don't have proper staff for the restaurant. If I make a joke, everything that I'm saying is being microcosm, or everybody's analyzing it. Everybody's getting upset and getting mad. I make jokes. I'm a comedian. I don't take anything in life that damn personally, but I understand that people are sensitive right now because of what's going on outside of this. I have apologized directly to the person I need to apologize to.
Okay, good.
I have apologized to the general public. And it comes to a point in time where I still have to have functionality and live my life. I cannot constantly be on edge every 2 seconds about everything that I say because everybody wants to screen record everything that I'm doing. I'm quite aware that all of my Instagram posts when I was on vacation and everything that I was doing was screen recorded and everybody's analyzing it. I chose to wait until I got back from my vacation to address it. I addressed it, and it's still, everybody is still upset. I'm at a point where I don't know what else to give everybody.
Right.
And to be honest, it's just, I mean, I don't know what else to give everybody.
Right.
I really don't.
Right. And I hear you, but I think the point really is, I don't think people were trying to drag you and tear you down just for the sake of dragging and tear you down. I think the point really was, and I get that you were joking, with some type of self-awareness in the moment, where, to your point, we're still in a pandemic. They are understaffed. People are stressed out. They're, they're working. So maybe it's not the most.
And I didn't disrespect anybody. So I want to clear that up.
No,
I
right.
didn't disrespect an employee.
No, I know what you're saying, but I saw the video, and I think that your intention, I think the point is that your intentions isn't translating to how it's being received. Because when I saw the video, and you're talking about the service, it didn't come across to me as a joke. It really came across to me as your commentary on your experience. And I think, like, to your point, we're in a pandemic, they're understaffed, people are doing the best they can. And I think in those moments, particularly in hospitality, we need to have grace for those people and compassion for those people, because the pandemic isn't over yet. Whatever we want to say, they're putting their life on the line. They are understaffed. They are stressed out. So to hear someone who at this point, whether you want it or not, in this current climate, you do have a certain level of notoriety. So to have someone to do that and the way in which it was delivered did not, to me, in my personal opinion, did not come across as a joke.
And I get it. I get this all the time.
And I think that's more of what it is you have to be cognizant of what you say and how you say it. And you need to be clear that people are receiving your message in the way you meant to send it. Because even if right now you have this, like, notoriety and it might be in a bad lens, but you're still a public figure, what you say has meaning and weight. That could translate into real world things. Like, you're getting the cease and desist with the legal people. Like, if someone saw that video and they took your video verbatim, as you said, what if that woman got reprimanded, or what if she was let go, or what if something happened? Like, I think it's just using your platform in your position, in your voice. You are funny. You are entertaining. We love watching you, but using it in a more purposeful way. And I truly think we're excited to see what you do next. I think we're excited to see your content. But I think we want to see the growth and the intentionality there, because you have it. You have the talent, you have the skills, and we want to see that.
And I understand that. But see, there's a lot of people that just started to begin to follow me. Mm-hmm. I get motivational every morning. I talk to my followers every morning. So when you take one situation and you blow it out of a microcosm because I'm under fire for something over here, and you take that one situation, oh, well, she said it this way, or so. Yeah, but a lot of times, a lot of people have just started to follow me, and they're only following me to sit here and screenshot everything and to say or make me look even worse in an even worse light because they don't like me at the moment, or they don't like what I represented on that other former situation in which I was in.
But welcome to being a public figure. welcome to it.
And I'm,
you know what I mean? Like that is what it is. You can like one moment take top celebrities. One moment they are beloved, and the next moment they're not. So if you
and I understand it. Can I finish my thought though?
You have to ride it. No, go ahead. And I'm here to support you.
I understand that. I totally
yeah.
get that. I'm getting what you're saying, and I totally understand that. And I don't have a problem apologizing for that. I really don't. If everybody took that as offensive that I was being rude to the waitstaff, I was not. I was not trying to be rude to the waitstaff. It was a joke. The joke didn't land. If everybody didn't get the joke because they right now, I am under the microscope. I have people trying to Google my job and dox me and everything else. So at this point in time, you know, if the joke didn't land, the joke didn't land. I am sorry, but I would never disrespect waitstaff because first of all, I used to work in waitstaff, so I wouldn't want anybody to disrespect. The young lady was still tipped. You know, the meal was still paid for. It was just an innocent joke, but I guess the joke just did not land. And that, I mean, I'm sorry. It's not meant. I guess intentionally. Sometimes I may hurt people's feelings, but it's not purposefully, and it's not to make anybody feel offended. But any restaurant that I was with at after that, or anybody that continued to follow me, there wasn't never a problem. No, I never heard anything about Rock Soft when I was there. I didn't hear anything about Lenithia's when I was there. And actually at Lenithia's, there were issues there and we still didn't complain. So, it's a catch-22 for me at this point right now, because in my feeling, I feel just like you feel, like everybody else feels. I am danged if I do, and I'm danged if I don't. So, but I can't run and hide in a hole and still not be out here, because I do get recognized. I was recognized a lot in Atlanta. I am recognized just walking my neighborhood. I'm not able to be having a regular life like anybody else anymore. So I get that. But if anybody was offended, I do apologize for that. Yeah. I had no idea, because I don't sit around on YouTube all day watching every video that is made about me. Unfortunately, right. I don't. Because if I sat around and looked at everything that is negative, I would go crazy.
No, definitely. And I just want to clarify, when I was saying that, by no means was I coming at you. I was just trying to explain the other perspective of why people had that reaction.
Oh no, I get it. Yeah, I just didn't know that there was a video out there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You guys got to realize there is over 70,000 videos just on that one person. There's probably another 70 or 80 on me. There's probably another 70 or 80 on each person on the panel, with everybody having an opinion. And what people have to realize, from the outside looking in, there's a lot of pieces that I've had to put together with other people that you guys are not privy to. You're only privy to what comes out.
And what is your personal path forward? Like where do you see like the next level for you? Like what's Schoolboy's next move?
I mean, I'm going to continue to do my content. I'm going to continue to do my reviews. I have, at this point, like I said, I have moved on from the situation. I understand. I just don't want to keep giving it life. I understand people are invested at this point. Everybody's, trying to figure out who, that person is. And, good luck with that. I don't want any parts of that. I want to move on and go about my business. And I know everybody's very, very offended, because at one point that I said that I wasn't going to do this anymore. At the end of the day, I can't let one situation run me off from what my path is. Everybody has their own direction on the panel. I've always wished everybody the best of luck. Even that person, I've wished them the best of luck. Everybody, it doesn't have to be always end messy. I know everybody wants it to constantly end messy, but we don't have to have it end messy. It doesn't have to be this way. But I want to continue to do my content, continue to bring, different reviews, continue to travel and do reviews on travel. I just want to live my life and vlog my life and the things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And those that are wanting to take that ride with me, amen. I mean, those that don't, I respect it as well too. I understand, because like I said, I get everybody is still hurt, and they're going to be hurt for a while. and it's going to take some time, and time might heal it. Hopefully it will heal the wound for everybody. But I just want everybody to understand that just because we may not be saying it publicly doesn't mean we're not being bothered.
No, I understand that. And I don't think anyone deserves getting mean things inboxed and tagged and all that stuff where it gets to the point where it's like legal and cease and desist and having people come at you on the behalf of anybody else. I don't think that. But I don't think everybody wants it to be messy. Like, I don't think anybody wanted this. I think this is unfortunately like how it went down. And speaking of the panel, like, is there anybody on the panel that you're still close to? Is there anybody that you still speak to, or did you guys pretty much just kind of say, okay, we're just gonna wash our hands of this and go our separate ways?
I mean, me and Bishop have spoke. Me and Marcella have spoke. I spoke, I think, once or twice in DM to Princess. I have not spoke to SoDebNair. But and I have not.
Have you spoken to Plez?
No, I have not. Plez right now is I'm not going to speak on that because there's some things with that. So I'm not going to speak on that.
Okay. Sounds good. And is there anything that you would have done differently? Like, if you could go back.
I mean, if I could go back, I would have never brought my ass on live, and I would have never done that. I mean, common sense. I mean, hell, that should be, anybody should know that. I mean, I would not have done that. I would have not done that. And it's not that, and people don't realize, it's not that I haven't sat down and reflected or haven't looked or haven't, went with the wherewithal and knowing that, hey, I was wrong. I've said that many and many a times. Yeah. It's just that, I understand God will forgive you, but sometimes people don't. And that's just that's a reality of life. We all deal with that. But I don't want.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say to that point, it's not so much that people don't forgive, but you can be forgiven and then still held accountable. Like, forgiveness.
I held myself accountable, and that's what
accountability. No, and I think I'm agreeing with you. I know that you've held yourself accountable, but I think by apologizing and wanting to move forward and gonna do it differently. But I think you can be forgiven, but there's sometimes that window of accountability that still stings, and you're gonna have to eat crow for a little bit. So I only say that to say this: this too shall pass. You made a mistake. You've made amends. Right now, it's just that eat crow time, and you will get through it. It's just this time right now.
And as I've said, I don't mind eating a crow. Yeah. I don't mind eating a crow. It's just for me, I'm moving on, but I understand that everybody else is not going to, and that's okay. I'm not tripping off that. I get it. Everybody wants an answer. Everybody wants someone to say something, wants a particular person to apologize. And I, as I said in my, video on Jaylee's Corner with the Ladies First panel, it's just not going to happen. Yeah. And I know that's not the answer that folks want. It's just not going to happen.
We want to see your face. That's what we want. I don't care about
I don't believe that that's going to happen. To be honest, I don't think that person will even do that either. So, I mean. Yeah.
So, okay. So to that point then, Schoolboy, I know you got the cease and desist in the letter, and I know I'm not sure what you can or cannot say, but do you personally have an idea of who she is? Or are you kind of like us and you're also spinning your wheels? Or do you have, like, in your own mind and heart, you know who she is?
Do y'all know who she is? Y'all let me know when y'all know.
We'll let you know. We have some ideas.
I mean, I see there's ideas floating around, but when y'all know, let me know. I mean, personally, y'all, I'm not that damn invested. To be really honest, like, I'm not that invested. I don't go to sleep with this stuff on my mind. I'm just not that invested. It's already been draining enough for me, myself, mentally and emotionally for myself. And I understand it's been like that for everybody. So, yeah. But I'm just not that invested, y'all. But y'all let me know when y'all find out. I guess I'll find out when I see perusing the internet when y'all find out. So I guess when y'all find out, I'll find out.
Are we hot or cold?
I wouldn't know.
Can you give us a temperature test? Are we hot or cold?
I could not tell you.
That was a very diplomatic answer. So I'm like, are we hot?
It ain't diplomatic. It's just truthful. I
Are
don't
we hot?
know. I don't know. And I would
Yeah.
never do somebody the way somebody else has done somebody else. Sorry. I
Are
just
you
don't want that
referring
kind of
to how
karma.
she doxed Plez?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
And that is not alleged because we all saw it.
yeah.
So
I'm not gonna do that. I mean, then that ain't my cup of tea. But for those
yeah.
that want to find it, y'all gonna do what you gonna do. I
Yeah.
just, I don't want that. It's not that deep for me.
Okay. And this just came to me. Is there something that we don't know, or is there something that happened that we're not privy to that you wish we knew?
There's a lot of things, but I can't speak on it.
Mm.
Unfortunately, I still got to keep my P's and Q's too.
Yeah. Yeah. And do you think the cease and desist, do you think that she would continue this legal journey in a real way, or do you think her bark is bigger than her bite?
I don't know. What y'all think? I mean,
I put nothing past her at this point. Allegedly, in my opinion, evil.
I mean, like I said, you never know. You never truly know a person. You know what I'm saying? At this point, for me, I would hope that it wouldn't go no further. I want everybody to be able to find some sort of peace. I mean, even the teacups. Yeah, I just want everybody to be able to find some sort of peace with this. But I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know. I mean, when you send warning shots, if somebody hasn't done anything, then it's just a warning shot. People get these all the time when they talk about celebrities. Doesn't mean anything unless you're going to go to the courthouse. And when you got to go to the courthouse, you got to reveal who you are. It got to come from, you got to pay for it. You got to reveal who you are. So if guarding, if that person wants to continue to guard themselves, they may or may not do it. I mean, that's just.
Yeah, very true. And I don't want to bring up anything too sensitive, but a lot of people had questions around you referring to Monica as mom, or she would say that you were her surrogate daughter. And my position is that I think she used different people's vulnerable parts to exploit and to exert some type of control over them.
Boom, you answered the question, right?
So, but I would love to hear it in your words. What did that feel like for you? Because to me, it's like, I know people will like laugh and be like, oh, she's this age calling somebody else mommy, blah, blah, blah. But the way I see it, I have compassion for that, because I feel like anybody, however old you are, the mother wound is very deep if it hasn't been healed. And certain people,
you never really heal the mother wound. Let's be honest. You don't heal. You don't heal
that mother wound. So I would love it.
She would never replace my biological mother. Let's be very clear. I have a lot of mother figures in my life. She is not the only one. I think everybody saw that in privy on there, that person, me saying that to that person, but also there were other things that happened behind the scenes that people don't know about in regards to that. And there's some other things, and I'm not going to get into that because that's none business of the general public. And I'm not going to go there. But I will say that, when you look at someone and you have respect for someone and you lose that respect for someone, it's hurtful. Just like any relationship, it's hurtful when it breaks up. It is hurtful because you look at that person and you would say, damn, I never would have thought that they would do that. I never would have thought that they would be that kind of person. But when you hear, how, they can set you up to let your channel go down, you have to assess some things. But let me tell you something. I have been in therapy. It's a constant thing to work on yourself. Therapy is not overnight. You have to constantly continue to go, and you have to constantly continue to heal. But I have plenty of other figures, and she's not the only one. And I think people need to understand there's a lot of layers to me. Schoolboy is not who I am outside of YouTube. I'm a whole human being, and I'm a whole nother person. And I think if people would interview me based off of who I am as an individual and not based off of this, then they would get a better understanding of who I am. but this is not no.
And then moving and to that point, like we talked more about moving forward, are you still going to kind of let go of the schoolboy persona and step more into your authentic self?
Schoolboy is not a persona. I want people to understand this. If people really watched me, once again, people don't really watch my page. They watch me on that former situation and based me off that. If anybody follows my actual Instagram and follows my lives every morning, Schoolboy is a part of me. But I have shared a lot of my personal business and my personal life on my YouTube channel. I have shared a lot of my personal things on my IG, in my lives and things like that. So Schoolboy is a part of me, but Schoolboy is not all of me. And it's not a persona. It is a part of me, but it is not all of me. And if people would give me a chance to actually see me instead of what they think I am, then they would understand that about me. Schoolboy is a name that an ex-girlfriend of mine gave me years ago when we went to college.
Yeah.
And because I like backpacks. So that's where I got Schoolboy from. And because I like to read and because I am intellectual and because I like to learn things and I like to watch documentaries. But these are things that I have yet to be able to express more of myself on my channel, but I do it on my IG every day. My loyal day ones know a lot about me. Hell, they ask me who I'm dating from time to time, what I'm doing, where am I going? What is this, So I think it's just the level of everything that has happened makes people believe that I am this hurtful and hateful person. And that's really not who I am.
Right. And I think that you will solve that image perception problem through your actions and your words moving forward. I think that there will be that painful period now where we forgive you, but it's that accountability period. But I think as you grow and as you move forward, let your actions speak for you.
That's all I said I was gonna do when I said that last. I'm back on live. People got mad because I'm back on live. Life got to keep rolling for me. I can't stay in the standstill because things are going on. You got to keep pumping. You can't stay in one space. But I get it. I mean, like I said, everybody got to process it. The outside world has to process it. I had to process it, but I couldn't stay down forever. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we don't want you to stay down. We don't want you to go away forever. I just think we want to see the person.
If y'all follow my page and follow my lives and follow my Instagrams, y'all will see the progress. I can't, as far as words, there are no words to keep saying to make it better for everybody. And it's not going to be better for everybody.
Right. Right. Yeah. Is there any anything else you think that you haven't had a chance to say, or you haven't had a chance to set the record straight about?
I mean, I said what I said on that interview. I laid it, framed it. That's it. Y'all have heard every side of the main a part of that main situation. So everybody's going to take their own opinion and their own assessment of it based off their own feelings. And feelings do play a role in how people think and feel about it, the situation. In all honesty, because everybody's going to think their own opinion. They're going to have their own opinion. Some people are going to think outside of the box more logically. Some people are just going to roll off of emotion. Some people are still going to be in the original space from the first, 2 videos that came out. Some people are still in different spaces, and they're allowed to be in those spaces. They're allowed to process it. And that's fine. I want everybody to process it and get through it the best way that they can. And a lot of people have just had to pretty much, I seen the tweet where somebody said, hey, I had to just unfollow everybody because I was just so invested. I just had to unfollow everybody because I was so hurt. And I respect that. Because if you're moral, if morally you just can't do it, I get it. I'm never gonna hold nobody against that. I want people to understand that, like, I'm not gonna hold nobody against that. If you just feel like you just can't, I get it.
Right.
It was some really painful shit for everybody.
Is there anything about the avatar that we don't know that you think we should know that you can share?
I'm not going there. I
Okay.
respect y'all, but I'm not going there. I'm not going to sling mud with people.
No,
I'm
I
not
didn't.
gonna do.
I didn't say anything.
No,
negative.
I
just
know,
said
but
anything you think we
that's
should
a
know.
that's a loaded question.
Okay.
It's loaded, and I'm not no comment.
Got it. And then I know that you were saying that you want all of us to heal and you want us to sort of get over it. Do you think that you've taken enough time away from the spotlight to have given us that time to heal so that you can come back with a clean slate?
I mean, at the end of the day, no matter when I don't come back, I cannot stay down long. I have to keep pressing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go within my purpose. So even if people are not ready to receive me, that's okay. I'm cool with that. You're not ready to receive me, and that's fine. There are people that are ready to receive me, and there are people that are in my corner, that people that have forgiven me. And for those that haven't, I understand. But I don't want to stop my content or stop what I'm doing right now at a complete. I know that's what everybody wants me to do. They want me to step away and come back 3, 4, 5 months from now, and then everything's cooled down. At some point, there's always still going to be somebody that's going to be mad. There's always still going to be somebody that's going to troll. There's always going to be somebody that's still going to be upset. But if I do that and I walk away, for me, that's letting the other person win, and I refuse.
I think you winning will be the growth that we're all exciting to see. I think that will be you winning. And I have just a couple more questions and we can wrap it up. But when you called Plez a paper pusher, were those your words or somebody else's words?
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I've addressed this. I addressed this.
I want to know.
I've addressed. So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm not gonna do is have baited questions. I'm not gonna have baited questions. But I will say, if we just said earlier that there was manipulation, then what's the answer there? The answer would be I was told to say those things.
Okay, so there is somebody else's words. Okay. And no, and the only I'm not baiting you. Like literally, the only reason why I'm asking is because there is this conversation around: is that how you and other people actually felt about Plez?
And I said that on Jaylee's Corner.
And then it all came out. I know. I'm just saying it for now for everyone on the live, just in case they missed it. I'm just whether that's how you guys really felt, and then it came out.
I never felt that way, and I said that Monday night on my interview. I never felt that way. I didn't have a reason to attack the girl. It was incorrect. I was wrong, and I apologized. You know, I've apologized.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. You know, it's not. I've apologized to that person directly. I've said it on. I did a video on my page apologizing to that person directly. I also, and even on my recent interview, they didn't even want me to apologize again because I've already done it, and I've done it multiple times, and I've done it. And it's not that I'm just trying to say that to be narcissistic, because I know somebody in the comments probably gonna say I'm being narcissistic. No, it's I've addressed that, and I want everybody to understand when you are being manipulated or someone is telling you certain things to say because you're defending them, but you don't have all of the information, and you later find out the information, you feel foolish. I would never want to discredit anybody for what they have done.
Mm-hmm.
So I've addressed it before, and I will say it again. Like, those were not my words.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if y'all see the manipulation, then y'all should, I mean, it's clear as day at this point. Everybody has said their side. Mm-hmm. So it's clear. So if people still don't see that, then I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate your extra insights on everything and spending this time with us.
But I just want y'all to know that it's not just one person. It's not, if other bloggers are receiving them, they're going to keep receiving them. If y'all are going to keep putting that person's name in your title or talk about it, it's going to get struck down. I'm going to be honest.
Is that a threat?
Huh?
Is that a threat?
I'm not threatening you. I'm saying that person is going to strike it. That's what I'm saying. Allegedly, that's what it's going to be.
Well, I think we're all ready for it. I think we're all
I think y'all all are ready for it. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying that allegedly is what it is. I don't care about what you talk about. There's many videos out there about me. I ain't hit not one because I don't be worried about it.
I mean, but the thing is, it's like, it's like the Constitution and the amendment, right? So we all have freedom of speech. So it's like the same. No, not against you, Schoolboy, sweetheart. Not against you. I'm talking about
what y'all want. I think she has to understand that.
No, I'm just answering the how she's putting it out there that we're going to get strike down. But the same liberties that protected her platform and the platforms that she's built for the last 8 years, as like she likes to tell us, those same laws that protected her and everything she said and did and put out about Tom, Dick, and Harry are the same exact laws that will protect us when we are just having commentary, opinions, allegedly, and just talking about things that we have seen with our own 2 eyes. So every law that protected her will protect us as well.
I mean, it's like you said, what you said to me earlier. What you said to me earlier, Candy. You said to me earlier, you said you're a public figure. Go on and let them talk about you. It's what it is. I mean, even when you're not Candy, even when you're not a public figure, people talk about you. So hell, I mean, whether it's personally off of internet or on internet, people are just gonna talk about you. That's a general thing. So for me, it's like hell. As I say, any press is good or bad, whatever. You can talk about me. At this point, I'm just joking. I just want to go back. I'm just living life joking. I gotta, I can't dwell in it. For me, I can't dwell in it. But that's it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Schoolboy, and we hear your apologies. And this too shall pass, of course. And I think collectively, it's a learning and growing experience for all of us. And it's beyond the panel. The panel was the microcosm. What is happening now is the macrocosm. All of us collectively coming together to figure out exactly what happened. All of us coming together to demask the avatar.
Well, if y'all can demask her, I'm good. I got to get off. I've got a live show to do tonight myself.
Oh, okay.
So I got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go. But, I hope everybody, once again said something and cleared, up. If not, go check out the interview that I did.
Okay.
But y'all have a good evening.
You too. Stay safe and stay blessed, okay?
You too.
Okay. Appreciate you. Okay, you guys, me and my technical difficulties. All right. Well, damn. Literally my first guest ever was Schoolboy. Let me see what you guys are saying on here. I couldn't do 2 at the same time. So let me see what you guys are saying. You didn't address here. You're wrong coming at King like that. You in her house. Who's coming at me? Shots fired. Pop, 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 pop. Well, guess what? You can't come at someone who loves the Lord. Anyway, let's get the key going. Hey, Storm Doris. She definitely still in touch with Monica Allen. Oh my goodness. I mean, 100% Schoolboy, if you're still on, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. It literally was off the cuff, my first person, like you saw the technical difficulties. That was literally the first person I ever had join me on my live. It happened to be Schoolboy. So regardless, I'm appreciative that she came on the show. Missy said, good job interviewing Candy. Thank you so much. I was not prepared for that. So that was just off the cuff. I hope I held her accountable, because as much as I appreciate the apologies, to me, it just seemed like there were still some yes buts. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I apologize, but yes, that happened. But it just seemed like there was still some yes buts in there, a little bit of defensiveness, and a little lack of humility in the situation. But to me, I'm going to chalk that up to just emotional growth that may be needed, because it takes a big person to say, I messed up, I'm sorry, period. But y'all want to see us fall, but y'all want to see this. Oh my God, you guys, I think Marcella's trying to come in. If I can do this, I'm going to be so excited. Marcella, is that you, sweetheart? Okay, I'm going to add you in, sweetheart. Bear with me because I'm new to the tech game. If I can do this, I'm going to be
I can hear you talking.
Marcella, is that you? I'm going to add you in, sweetheart. Bear with me.
How did I get your number? I can hear you talking.
Marcella, is that you?
I can get anybody's number. I can get. How did I get your number?
Is there an echo? Is something else on? Okay.
Wait a minute. I hear echo. Can get anybody's number. I can get. How did I get your number?
Okay. Marcella? Oh, whoops.
I still see echo. Damn it.
Okay.
I still hear echo. Do you have everything turned off?
Okay. Marcella? Yeah, I have everything turned off.
Yes. I still see echo.
Okay.
I hear echo. But anyway, I have everything turned off.
I have everything turned off.
Okay. What I wanted to say is I can get your number. I hear echo. But anyway, I have everything turned off.
I have everything turned off.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh no, I don't know what's going on. But on my side, everything is turned off.
I can get your number. What about now?
That's it.
Yeah, I can get your number. You want somebody's number that you're trying to get?
No, I don't need anybody's number. No.
Okay, I can get it for you now. Tom Cruise, Denzel Washington.
Anybody who's out there who's like hot and single and ready to mingle, I'll get their number going. I had some people in the chat ask me why I was so excited when you came on. I will tell you why I'm so excited when she came on. I like Marcella. I kept it 100% before she came on to Kempire. She gave her perspective, and I like her. And I'm not going to pretend like I haven't said the same stuff that other people were saying. I'm not going to be fake and phony about it. But at the same time, I can have compassion and grace. Exactly.
Every day I will watch it, and I love it. And, sometimes when people said something that made me say, am I going to stand over here and shut the fuck up and just let it play out, or I'm going to answer to it? And you know what I said? I got to set an example. When I see something that's not right, I got to speak up. But so when you say I'm still somewhere and I know I'm not there, I had to say I'm not there.
Yeah, like because she was... Mm-hmm.
I don't pride myself on nobody's post. Like, I was going to send some money to you at 1214 Media. But then I said, no, I don't want her to think I'm trying to buy her. I just want to say thank you. And then, people are pretending they're me. But I said, if you hear my voice, you'll know it's me saying thank you. That you gave me the opportunity to see that I am a different person. I'm not drunk, Auntie. But I do love Hennessy.
Yes.
Black, white, all of it.
Yes, and I will say this. What I thought about you that was refreshing on the show before all the random negativity and the avatar having her hands and everything was that you were a woman of a particular age, but you still had a youthful spirit.
Yes.
You were still youthful. You like to have fun. You like to be raunchy and kiki. You'd bring on the henny and you would talk about your life experiences.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what I was saying before, which is why I think we all really, as the teacups, gravitated toward the panel was because you as the panelist were giving your real life experiences of trauma, of wounding, of grief, of neglect. And if people are being honest, we all have had moments of trauma, abuse, grief, and neglect. And I think that's why we gravitated so much toward the panel. But on the flip side, I think when you have certain narcissistic personality types, instead of fostering and cultivating that level of transparency with people, they look at it as this is how I'm going to exploit that person.
Right. And I got a CD, I got a C and D, but that wasn't, I can handle that. And I'm good with that. And, and after I spoke on Kim Pyre, that's all I had to say. Mic drop. I didn't have anything else to say because I didn't talk about anyone negative. We definitely need to heal. And with everything I went through in my life, being abused growing up, losing family, losing people, losing Kyle, I learned how to deal with hurt with not a lot of emotion. And so people like, she's just sitting there and she ain't saying nothing and she hated, her panelists. And it wasn't that way. I'm just saying, oh my God, this is happening live. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. And when my panelist was trying to talk to me to tell me why she felt a particular way, it was shut down. And, like I love, and I want y'all to know when Schoolboy apologized, I knew it was real. I knew it didn't have anything to do with the followers, but when you're thinking, she just saying that out of her mouth, because I know Schoolboy, she was hurt because then boom, she started seeing, just like everybody brought it to my attention. Damn, what's going on? It was brought to Schoolboy's attention as well, and she sincerely apologized from her heart. Now everybody has to tell their piece to heal, and until it comes out, you can't let somebody walk around saying what they want to say about you. So you got to speak on it. And I'm just doing new things now. Everything I do every day will be for somebody who don't have, who just need, I pick random names like out of audience, different people audience, and send them cash apps, because somebody always need a little bit of smile for real. It don't even have to be but $25. That could be a loaf of bread, some bologna, and Kool-Aid, because I grew up in New York, so I know how hard it is, and God blessed me to have this. I got enough for my lifetime. Why not share? And then people call you arrogant when you talk about what you got. But what's the difference? I'm sharing what I got. Yeah. I'm not embarrassed to say that I was whipped, beaten, burned when I was growing up, because guess what? Some of the kids I help, they're ashamed. And when I show them the marks on my body that's still here later, that helps them. And like I said, that woman over there on that panel helped me with that voice and what she did to represent Kyle. For me, it really touched me. Yeah, it did. But then you wake up, and I'm woke now. God damn it, I'm woke.
Yeah, you're definitely woke. I have a question about the cease and desist. So Schoolboy was just on, and she said she received an email. It was an email from the avatar. Did you receive something that was actually from a lawyer with like legal head, or was it also an email from the avatar?
well, let me put it like this. I have lawyers on deck, and when they looked at it, they said, no attorney, no address, no, and they explained to me this what has to be up there. But she did promise to her that her attorneys were going to mail me one. And so, but they said we'll wait for that. And like I do have an attorney that also told me things that I could sue for, because employees were saying that my husband was a cripple and all kinds of stuff, and I only conversed about my spouse with that one person. My husband was in an industrial accident. He was an international longshoreman for 26 years. He was in an industrial accident and fell 40 feet from the sky. When he fell, a certain part of the equipment ripped his leg off. And my husband died twice. This happened exactly 5 years ago, and this is going to be our first joint venture back into our traveling, because we always travel. And I never told no one but her, and it came to me, and then I got the pastor reaching out to me. She doesn't like what I said, and I just didn't answer her back. So no, it didn't come from an attorney. It didn't come from an attorney, and I'll just wait until I get the real thing. And when I get the real thing, my attorney did tell me that I could discuss that. I received, some paper written, some words written on toilet paper with a yellow crown. But I want to say Happy Pride Month. Wow, my bad.
Yeah, Happy Pride Month, everybody. Yes. But the reason why I think her email is a big nothing burger after thinking about it, because if she does go after it in a more legal, streamlined way, wouldn't she have to disclose her true identity at some point? And I don't think she's willing to
do her name down there, but she would. But see, if I get anything legal, I'm going to file with the circuit court here, and it's going to be a class action where I have actually 36 people that something happened with them, and they want to get on it with it, and they've already discussed the amount that they want. Any share that I got would definitely go to charity, and it would be televised. But 36, just think about 36 people. I'm on there. She was only asking me for 250,000, but 36 people are not going to want 100,000 a piece. Come on.
Yeah.
So, and they have already signed to retain the attorney here if we go. So the retainment is happening, and he's going to do it, and everything is favorable. What I would go in for, I'm going to get. I know I'm going to get it because of the talking about my husband, and I can link that. I forgot what they told me it was, but I'll send it to you. I will send it to you in your. I will send it to you, but you can't bring it on live.
I won't. I promise. I have integrity. If I say I won't, okay. I won't.
And so, so she's been trying to do things in my personal world, and I'm not phased. I'm not phased because, like I said, it's not my money that gets me in the door. It's how people know I am.
Yeah. So. And when I did a live before, and we were talking about you, a lot of people said they wanted you to make an appearance on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Do you think that ever be in your future a little friend of cameo situation?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was asked, but I was told that I need to get a breast lift. Get him some breast. And I'm not
bougie Hollywood.
I will not do that. I'm 55. I want to grow old gracefully. I like braids. They want me to walk around with the Louis Vuitton and the shoes and the everything. And I'm a wife that likes to run around in my sweatpants and my sneakers. I like Vapor Max. I like to be comfortable, and I won't get my breasts done. I won't. I got grown children. I will not get Botox, none of that. And for real, if somebody jump on my face the way old girl jumped in Mo's face, I'm gonna throw these hands too. I'm sorry, I'm not old enough. That's not out my system yet. That's not out my system. I would throw these hands. And they sign these contracts that whatever happens, you really can't sue that person. You know, so if somebody spit on me, I can't sue them. Hell no, I'm bringing everything down. And then
I'm going to send a mean email to them. A very mean email.
No, this Harlem girl is going to bring it out. And I'm not going to let go. And
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that happened behind the scenes that hasn't been told that you think needs to be told?
Yes, a lot. But those people, even though I know about it, those people have to share their story, because one thing was really personal and it upset me. And I'm sure the audience remember the night I got upset, but they have to share that. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you that what triggered me was when somebody said Miss Wanda was sleeping with Marcella. And I was like, that lady is just down for her daughter. But it was all a joke. But at that point, I didn't take it as a joke. And so, Miss Wanda reached out to me. I was like, I hit Hollywood. She said, thank you, Marcella. You ghetto. I like you. You ghetto.
Yes.
I was like, how'd she get my number? Just like
that. Yeah. I know, right? I was like, hello? And yes, I know people were saying, Candy, you are fangirling. You're getting
you ain't gotta be no fangirl.
Let me tell you this. I have no shame. But a woman. I have no shame in my game. I will fangirl all day long. I don't care. I have no shame in my game. Let me see. What you talked about what's next for you. Do you think that there's anything else that's been said about you that you want to clear up? I think you did a great job on Kimpire, but has there been anything else that's resurfaced that you just want to make it very clear? Because I think
I smoke Newports.
A lot of really good points.
No, I smoke Newports. I'm gonna keep giving super chats. I like Hennessy, but I'm not a drunk. And when I drink, it's like after doing stuff all day, I have a cocktail. I only have one drink. So when we go out, I like to go to now the world is opening up. I'm about to go out and turn up, put on my wig if I want to be short. When I go traveling without my husband, if I want my name to be Candy or Sally, that's what it's gonna be. I'm just going to have fun, and I'm going to close the door on this. If I don't get a actual cease and desist with attorneys where we can contact, you just do not know that bloggers, a lot of bloggers that I know, they standing behind me. They was like, girl, do you want us to do a GoFundMe? I say, go to hell.
No, because I think that's the thing. And again, I don't want to not to be a SoDebNair and not stir the pot, but like you said, I just had Schoolboy on, and I think with Schoolboy, I think with her, I think it's just going to be more of that emotional intelligence journey, which sometimes comes across the wrong way, but I think it's really more of that emotional intelligence journey. But speaking to you, your energy is so much lighter, so much just like we're laughing, we're kikiing. You're not being defensive. You're being transparent. You're being honest. And it's such a stark contrast. And again, not to pit people against each other. I'm not pulling an avatar. I'm just saying,
let me tell you this.
You can just see it and feel it.
Bishop was like the religious person on our page, right? Bishop could pray for me outside of the show. Pliz was a legal mind, very intelligent. I loved her. And then, people just said but people didn't know during all this, I'm losing people in New York. I can't go to a funeral. We can't have a funeral. They telling us we got to pay for a body. That, and I'm going through all of this, trying to go through every night, smiling, laughing, kiki. And I was going through this. And Schoolboy, she's funny. I love her. To me, Schoolboy needs to be respected because she helps a lot of people with the LGBTQ community. Yeah. I mean, she does. She's helped people who wanted to commit suicide. I have talked to a woman who wanted to get in touch with me and to say, I'm being abused. And she was my age. Mm-hmm. She was being abused by her own child.
I believe it.
And so, everybody was put there for a reason. But then when we started congregating together, that couldn't happen. And I was like, damn, but I'm happier now. I'm happy. And once everybody stopped talking about this, because listen, I'm not scared of no C&D because I got some ATT wives and they will handle that.
We want
but I promise
to
you, I'll send it to you.
Avatars. Yeah, send it to me. Oh, and then I have a question.
Nosy Ho Live, girl. Nosy Ho Live is my girl. She is private eyes. I love her.
That is what I was about to ask.
Y'all hit, subscribe. This girl got it going on. Candy Washington.
Yes.
And if you want any celebrity number, give me a call. I'll get it. I may not have it right there, but I'll get it.
Yeah. And this is so crazy because literally I only started doing lives last week and it just exploded. It literally just exploded.
You do a lot. People don't know you model. People don't know you an actor. People don't know that you're producing. People don't know you do stuff that help people with their life.
Yes, I do. I do a lot of self-care work and a lot of wellness work. Yep.
Before I talk to you, I said I need to know everything about her before I talk to you. And everybody was like, oh, she's up and coming, beautiful, nice personality. Aww. So you got some heavy hitters giving compliments, girl. People are watching. One guy said, is she single? Is she single?
So. I am single. Marcella, if you ever come to LA, we have to hang out. If you ever come to LA, let me know.
Oh, you got to stand in line because, girl, they be trying to take me to them underground clubs. They say you be talking about that sex and stuff. I said, no mansion parties for me.
Oh, my God. What is it called? Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah. They got a little club. And my older friends that my age, girl, they can put on some booty shorts and really be hanging out.
I love it. Why not? Because you know what? This is the one life this way that God gives us. Rock it till the wheels fall off. Be happy. Yes. Be joyful. And that was a big thing. I love, thank you again for sharing your story about Kyle and your family members passing away. Because I agree, during the pandemic, like I said, I'm single, I live in LA. The majority of my family, I grew up in upstate. So I'm an East Coast girl. Mm-hmm. So the majority of my family and friends are still on the East Coast. So I live out here in LA. And so during the pandemic, I would get really alone, very lonely. And I came across All About the Tea just randomly on YouTube. And I was like, oh, this is the jam. And I would come every night, laugh and kiki. And it was like company for me. Do you know what I mean? It was like company during a very lonely period of time. So I definitely understand what you were saying. It was definitely company. And like you said, sometimes you look at someone and you don't know what they're going through. You look at someone, you're like, oh, they're pretty, they're cute, they're doing everything on Instagram. But, they could be lonely during the pandemic, or they just lost family members, or they're going through their own crisis. So you never know what someone is going through. And it's like I said to Schoolboy, why I think this has become so big and why it's not over yet is because the teacups, not to use Avatar's word, but we did feel like a family and we did feel like a community. every night we would come together, we would share stuff. And so when the avatar did what she did to everybody and it was revealed how she was being so manipulative, she didn't just betray the panel, she betrayed us too. And I really think that's why this has so many legs, and that's why this is running so deep and people want some sense of justice. We're not going to get an apology because that's her personality type. So the next thing we can do is try and unmask her. And I really think that's why this is so deep to everyone's core, is because we felt we got played too, because we really was looking to everybody as this is our online family.
Yeah. So, I can see it was deceitful, and y'all go on with that journey. Look, I'm still waiting. I'm running down the driveway to the mailbox every day. Is it here? Is they gonna serve me at the door? Do I gotta sign for it? Because that's one thing, it has to come certified as well.
You're not gonna get it because, I mean, I don't like to call names, but she's very cowardly. So she's not going to want to show her face and be accountable for what she did. So she's doing what bullies do. She has a bigger bark than a bite. And once you stand up to a bully, they shy away.
I asked my attorney, I said, suppose she do the Johnny Depp thing and not want to show up and just do it on the phone. They said, oh, no. She would have to be present. Johnny Depp at the end had to be present.
Yes. Because the judges and the law, they don't care about Monica the Avatar, boo-boo. you just defendant 101. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm so glad my attorney is securing people, and whoever else want to jump on this, John Yates, come on. Sherelle, come on. So if y'all want to, reach out to me in these YouTube streets, and I'll add you on. We just waiting for the first legal thing to come.
Got it. I
so
think
girl, I gotta go
for a long time.
I promise I'm gonna send you this stuff in a few minutes.
Okay. Yes. And then, do you think we are hot or cold with who we think she is? Just a temperature test. I don't want you to say anything that'll get you in trouble. Just a temperature test. Hot or cold?
I think that you are lukewarm.
Oh, lukewarm.
And I know it. Put it like this: I know where she lives. I know phone numbers. I know all of that, and I thank her for emailing me that first C&D because it was not hard to trace the IP.
You always told us that. So she got caught up in her own okie doke.
It's not hard.
Marcella, you are beautiful. You are a light.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate you coming forward and telling your perspective, because now we were able to see what really was going on, and we're able to see your heart for your heart. And I'm really happy that you cleaned up the assumptions, and I'm going to hold my hands up because I was a part of that group too, the assumptions that we were making. And so I applaud you for coming forward and cleaning up and being humble and funny and light and energetic. And to me, out of everyone that did something questionable, you took the most accountability. And so I really respect that.
Okay.
Like you took your own like personal accountability. And to me, that is what I respect. And so I really respect you for that. Yes.
That y'all helped me come to that conclusion. When I heard everybody say, oh, she's a drunk. Oh, I said, I gotta speak. And
see,
so
I never thought you were a drunk. That I never got. I think people need to calm down. You're allowed to have a drink and be goofy. It's on a YouTube live after a long day. Everybody relax. That I never thought. But I think anybody who's ever dealt with a narcissist, which unfortunately I have in my life, it was very clear to me what the avatar was doing and how she was moving. And the moment you talk to each other, the script flips.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'll be stay tuning in, and I will tell everybody I said thank you.
I will. Thank you, Marcella.
Right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh. You guys, I know you guys were like, why are you freaking out? But I don't care. I'm fangirling because I really do like Marcella, and I'm really happy she came on, and I am giddy. And I'm feeling a little overwhelmed because, like I said, and you guys have been on my journey, I literally started doing YouTube Live last week. So this is maybe like my 4th or 5th live ever. Like I literally just started last week, and I am just overwhelmed that Schoolboy came on. I know she has her emotional journey to go on. I'm overwhelmed that Marcella came on and that she called me. I'm overwhelmed that you guys are all here and you're being so supportive. So I am just overwhelmed with gratitude and excitement. And this is just confirmation that I should keep doing this. Because I mean, I literally started last week. So I am just so grateful. I know it's bizarre to all come together over some YouTube street gossip, over some YouTube street stuff. But I'm not going to use the buzzword family, but I do hope we can become a community. And I just thank you all so much. Okay, what are you guys saying in the chat? I'm just really overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Schoolboy. Thank everyone here. Whew. Okay, new sub at Kitty. Love the energy here. Thank you. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Before we wrap it up, we've been here for like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Young Rich says, oh my God, are you crying? Don't make me cry. These are happy tears. These are tears of gratitude and joy. Like I said before, you never know what people are going through. I always wanted to do YouTube and stuff, but I think I had an insecurity of coming on and just being myself. Like Marcella said, I do acting and things like that, and modeling, but that's always playing someone. And so on here, I have to come on and not play a role, but just really be authentic and be myself and be exposed in a different way. And so I'm just grateful. Okay. All right, I'm going to see what you guys are saying. I'm just so excited. Okay. Hey, Wendy, she says, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh my God, Nosy Ho is here. Subscribe and like this. No, I saw a comment from Nosy Ho. I have to find her. Where did she go? Oh my God, the comments are going so fast, but I think I just saw one. There she is. Okay. I want to give her a shout out. Where did she go? Okay, it's coming up. Nosy Ho Live. Don't let haters distract you. I'm sure she said keep going. Yes, I'm going to keep going. And Nosy Ho Live, thank you. That's where I got all my tea from tonight. Was from you. So thank you so much. And keep with the shits. Keep pushing forward, and thank you so much, Nosy Ho. I love what you're doing, and you're an inspiration. Haters can't distract me because I try to always be in a place of gratitude. So as long as you come from a place of thanks, no negativity can get to you. So thank you, Nosy Ho. I really, really appreciate that. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oof, I really am overwhelmed. Okay. Hey, Catherine. She said, good job, sis. You're doing great. You got this. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone in here, whether you liked it or you didn't like it. I just appreciate you. AP News says you did an amazing job. Woo-hoo! Love it, love it, love it. Who else is in here? Hi, Lulu M. She says, we love you. Thank you. I love you too. Oh, you guys, we have somebody else. Look who we have. Oh my God.
Hey, can you hear me?
SoDebNair. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it from my phone, so.
Oh my God, you guys, we are on fire tonight. SoDeb, I'm overwhelmed. The floor is yours. Talk.
I just wanted to go ahead and add to what you had going on here. You've been doing such an amazing job. I mean, I just wanted to call in and add into it.
Thank you
I
so
don't,
much.
yeah, I didn't get a letter, so I protect myself very well. So
Very good.
yeah, but and she flagged my videos too. Well, two of them. So
Which videos did she flag?
there was one with the late, well, that one of her mods did a video about me not being a part of the panel. And then I did a response to the apology she was supposed to be doing. Just kind of giving the facts about what she was saying about me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're on Facebook still though. So
Exactly. She is. Mark Zuckerberg is like, we're not striking shit. He's
right.
like, we're keeping it all.
Yeah, you guys have actually been really amazing though through this whole thing. This was tough, and I've been a part of media for like almost 12 years, and I've never really been through this kind of situation. I made my exit when I knew I shouldn't make it though, and I've been telling everyone that I've been talking to, it's just like we served our purpose there. I think the main thing was, maybe she didn't feel like this, but God needed for us to have this time so that we can get where we're at now. Because we have a lot of people who really support and follow us. I mean, I went onto my YouTube channel today, trying to see what I could do about the videos that she flagged, and I realized what she's doing. She's trying to get my information, but she can't. But so if I try to get my videos posted back up, they're going to send her my real name and my address.
That is so dirty.
Yeah, but see, I'm smarter than that. I'm smarter than her. So
yeah. And you could always just recreate the video and post a new one.
Like I said, it's on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's on Facebook. It doesn't have to be that particular one.
The purpose of the video was served. The purpose was to take down the narrative of what she was trying to say, which was we were calling her mommy. Well, I know I would never call her that. And I called OG ugly. I mean, it was just a bunch of like this. She's just sitting there lying, So, and then I pulled up because she said I was calling again. She was being nice to me. I'm like, let me show the receipts of her asking me to come on here all the time, just stuff like that. Like she's a weird lady.
Yeah, she was very manipulative, and you could see how she would double talk. Like it was very clear that you and Princess were maybe not, every night panel members or like the official crew, but you guys were the tangential panel. Like I, in my mind, viewed you and Princess as part of the panel, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you guys would come on, you would kiki, you would be there for longer, you do the after darks. So when she came out and said that, I was like, Monica, another lie.
Yeah, and I mean, the people who watched it were like, "That's not true." There were people who hated me because she called me for controversy, so I created controversy. But that's my radio background. That's what I always do. That's nothing new for me. But I also speak my truth. I'm always trying to be the devil's advocate. Maybe it looks like this, maybe it looks like that. But it caused people to start to see me because what I realized was when I would go on there after I left to like just support the people that were on the panel in the chat, you would see where's SoDebNair, where's SoDebNair, where's SoDebNair, and I'm like, why can't anyone find me? And so literally when I made that video, I mean, I went from 380 subscribers because she said she was feeding us, but I mean 380 subscribers, that's nothing. But when I did my video, I mean, I went from 380 subscribers to 5,000 subscribers in like 3 days.
Wow. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, given the okie doke that she was doing, get as many subscribers as you can from it. You deserve it. Like, to me, it was the entitlement. It was the entitlement for me. Like, she felt entitled to some delusional loyalty or she felt entitled, like, I made you, I made these people's platforms, I made these people's names, where the truth is all of your talent, all of your stories, all of your experiences and perspectives made her platform. So
Yeah.
the panelists are the ones who made All About the Tea. Avatar the Monica, Avatar, Monica the Avatar did not make the panelist. Like, you are the ones who got her to 100K. You are the ones who got her to making 8 to 12K a month on YouTube through super chats and community payments and all that stuff, and YouTube algorithm and the likes and the views. Literally, you guys are the one that made her.
Yeah.
But her ego didn't allow her to see that. She had a false sense of entitlement.
And she'll never admit that. But I mean, we all know the truth. We're not in her, like, we don't have to sit there and be, I don't know what a good word for her is, but we don't have to sit there and actually think the way she thinks. You know, we all know what that is. I had 10,000 subscribers on Twitter before I even got on her channel. I have a whole like page on Facebook with over 5,000, like a business page. That's hard on Facebook to get that many people on a Facebook page. You know, so I never thought she was going to make me. I actually, when I met her, I asked her to help me with YouTube because I wasn't familiar with the back end of YouTube. That's all I really wanted. And then she started asking me to come on there on her show and stuff like that. But other than that, I wasn't expecting anything else. So
yeah, I mean, and you asked her a normal question that people ask. Like, if I have a business question about something, I'm going to ask someone who's in the business and who's doing it well. That's a very normal thing to do. She was trying to make it seem like you were like, come be my surrogate mommy and mentor me and blah, 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 which we all know is complete BS. Is there anything that happened, and I've been asking this tonight, is there anything that has happened behind the scenes that we don't know that you think we need to know?
I think I've said everything that I thought that everyone should know. You know, my thing was to kind of follow behind her and clear up what she's saying, because I didn't want people to follow her narrative of what she was saying about everyone, because again, you don't know. Well, she has people who still follow her, obviously. But I didn't want her to go onto that live and tell the story, and everybody's like, well, dang, they all lied. So that's why I went to pull the receipts. Well, I never called her mom, but she did say, I'm like a son to her. She loves me so much. She cooks food. And can I move in with her? You know, I posted that stuff. When she said that me and Princess weren't a part of the panel, well, she called the panel affiliates. Well, when she introduced me, she called me an affiliate. You know, so these are things that I wanted to get behind, so that when people are looking at her, they're like, well, now wait a minute now. Something ain't sitting right, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it just I couldn't even believe that lady got up there and did the interview after she trashed her on the channel. It was weird, you know.
Oh, Dr. Preacher Pastor side chick? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was bizarre.
It was like a 3-part episode of trashing her. Like, you're up here being her, you're interviewing her. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
My, the mighty have fallen. But that just shows you how she doesn't have anybody willing to co-sign her anymore. Because that's how she got to where she was. She got, you know, DJ Richie Sky and the Tasha K's and the Amirs and the Buffys. And before she had the falling out, the Sherelle worlds. She got the people who are already popping in the space to co-sign her. And that's why we were so willing to buy into this avatar. If all of these other people that we follow,
hear the story about how most of us made it over there. I mean, we all literally came from Richie Sky's channel to her.
Exactly. Has he said anything? Has he come out, or is he just like, I don't want to be in the mess?
I haven't personally seen him say anything, but I did hear he said that he wasn't going to make a comment.
Exactly. He don't want to be in the mess. He's not ready to get in the mess. For the other panelists, do you still keep in touch with any of them? Like, how have those relationships gone?
I talk to Princess, Bishop, and Ples all the time.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, and Marcella. I
and Marcella. Yeah, I love Marcella too. Yeah, she was just here. And did you see her on Kempire? I am
Yeah, I've
so
seen that.
happy she came out on Kempire because that really changed the narrative on her for me personally, and then also for a lot of other people as well. So I'm
She
really
has a
happy
new
she
she
came
has
out
a
and
new
did
light
that.
on her. She has a new light on
That's
her.
what I just said. That is
Yeah, she seems a
literally
lot
what I just
happier and
said.
everything. Hmm.
Her energy lifted. She was
Hmm.
laughing. She was kikiing. It was just a very, very vibrant. It was
Hmm.
a different type of vibrancy. But then again,
Yep.
she's not being the supply to a narcissist anymore. So
Yep.
maybe that frees you up to be yourself, you know? And honestly,
You
I
said
think
it. I didn't say that. You said that.
exactly. Where do you see all of this going? Like, what are the next steps for the avatar? What are the next steps for you? Like, where do you see this going?
I don't know what her next steps are. Honestly, I really don't even care. I cut ties with her 3 months ago, and whatever's coming to her is going to come to her. For me, I think it made me just think a little bit more about even what I wanted to do with my channel, which is why I do like my morning inspirational things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just feel like we need some positivity at this point. That thing that happened, it was terrifying. It was horrible. Like I can't believe we all watched that. So I just think that, with my channel right now, I'm just working and focusing on being positive and, you know, giving that stuff out in the morning time. Start your day off right, and then, I'll do some other things, but right now that's just really what I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna probably be reaching out to more people. I mean, again, I have my own set of connections in the industry. I can interview. It's not hard to get an interview from somebody on these reality shows. So, I'll reach out to those people. I've done it before. I can do it again. I just want, I'm waiting for this to all die down so that we can all do something together.
You guys should all do a reality show, Surviving the Avatar. No, I'm kidding. not Surviving the Avatar, but something else. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you could go back and do anything differently, or if there was a moment where you could have changed, what would that moment be, or what would you have changed?
I would have did what I did with Pledge in private, with the whole after dark and, giving her flowers while she's still here. And I would have never had that conversation with Schoolboy at nighttime.
Yeah.
I almost kind of
Yeah.
felt like a lot of this was my fault in the beginning.
No. I will say this, obviously as ex teacup looking in and now having everything come out, one thing I will say is that you have nothing to feel bad about. This was not your fault. If anything, I think you should feel not happiness or pleasure, but maybe some type of resolution that you were a part of exposing all of this. God
Oh, yeah.
uses people in certain ways. So do not feel bad. You did nothing wrong. If this is what I think the avatar had put so many seeds in people that everything that anyone would take in or receive, they received it differently. So I think if the avatar had been placing those seeds in Schoolboy, in Plez, in Marcella, in you, in Princess, I think that when you went on the live and you had given Plez her flowers, it would have been received differently. I think the only reason why it was received that way was because the toxicity and the negative energy was already there. Because you could have taken that same exact situation, like for example, if me and coworkers or panelists, friends, whoever, we were kicking it, drinking, having fun. One of my friends was like, I caught the spirit. He just told me to tell you, we would all have laughed and kikied about it and we'd have kept it popping. Nobody in their right mind would have been like, you are trying to divide all of us and you are saying I'm horrible and worthless because you're saying somebody else is good. Like nobody would think that. But I think the reason why it was received that way was because the ground wasn't good already. You know what I mean? The foundation was already spoiled and tainted. So I don't think it was anything that you did that caused this.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it.
Good.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it now. And even going back and looking at it, like I did that with actually everybody. Like I didn't just do that with Pledge. I did that with Marcella. I did it with Schoolboy. I did it with Princess. The only person I probably didn't do it with was Bishop, and that's because we didn't really have as close of a of communication as I did with everyone else. But I mean, I did it with everybody. And I don't feel bad about it now, looking back at it. And I said it's like I don't regret doing that because I mean you can't control God, But I still if you just because of the question you asked, if I could go back and do something, if I could go back and do it, I would do that differently.
No, definitely. But I just wanted you to know that like none of us look at you as like the reason why this happened. I think we're all looking at Avatar the Monica. Like it's like what I said in a past life. She burnt down her own house.
Yeah.
She lit the match, shut the fuse, popped in a grenade. She burnt down her own damn house. And the only person who's responsible for this is her.
Yeah.
So that's just where it's at.
The crazy part is I even did it with her. It's still on my Instagram. So that's the crazy part.
So the biggest question obviously going around these YouTube streets is who is Monica? Do you have an idea of who Monica is?
I do.
Okay. Okay.
I do.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I think you all kind of know. You just have to keep watching what's going on the internet right now. But I mean, it's been said.
Okay. So you're saying one of the names that we have put out there, and again, shout out to Nosy Ho Live. She's doing God's work. Also shout out to Daytime Tea, also doing God's work. So you think that one of the names that's in the running we might be on point with that?
I know that one of those names are her name.
Okay. So in my mind, it's the three people, right? It's the Monica Allen with the PhD. It's Beefy Monica Allen, and it's Monica Bojangles Souls. I don't think it's Monica Allen PhD. I think it's Beefy Monica Allen or Monica Bojangles Souls. Do you think I'm on the right track?
I'm going to give you what Marcella gave you. You are lukewarm.
I'm lukewarm. So that means hot and cold. So one is right and one is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Souls. Monica Bojangles Souls. Go. Yes or no? Hot or cold?
Lukewarm.
Beefy. It's Beefy. Beefy. Hot or cold? Hot or cold? We will find out. We are going to unmask the avatar.
I can't wait. I mean,
For the avatar, if you're watching, this is all alleged. This is my opinion, and this is all commentary. So remember, we live in America. All of the free speech and commentary laws that protected you and your panel, not your panel, but your platform and your blog for all of those years are the same exact freedoms and rights and laws that protect me. So don't come after me.
I mean, you can't. You haven't said anything that you can't say. It's all that. I mean, everything that you're doing right now, she's done it on her channel. First thing, so
way worse. We're just talking about our shared. That's what kills me. We're just talking about shared experiences. We're just talking about what we all literally witnessed with our own eyes and ears. It's not even hearsay, the majority of it. It's literally, I watched this woman have a mental breakdown on a live. Not to knock anybody with mental illness at all. I don't mean that at all. I mean it in a respectful way. But we watched her go off the deep end, literally because someone on her panel said goodbye on her own platform.
And what you said, I believe that too. I believe that a lot of this is because people were invested in that show. So it wasn't just about what happened on that show. It is about the people who were a part of that, that were giving that money and that were in those chats. They were commenting, they were calling in. That show is not just about that panel. It was about everybody that was tuning in every night. And then to put salt on top of that, it was during COVID. So we were really invested, So
yeah, 100%. And I think it's also we were so invested in the panel. We were invested in your stories. It was a sense of control in a very uncertain time. Like, you may not know how your day was going to go, or money situation or family situation during COVID or the pandemic, but we knew at 6:30 we were all going to come together and have a kiki with people. People in the chats became friends. We were chatting each other, like Miriam. I love Miriam coming on, and Miss Bernice, she would come on. I'd like, Miss Bernice, and like all that stuff. So we really did become this community of people. So it is exactly that. Monica didn't just betray the panel. She betrayed all of us. And this is why this has stung so hard. And also how disrespectful she is to us. Remember, she used to call us stupid. Like, what are you, stupid? You can't read? You must not have heard it right. Oh, these people, blah, blah, blah. You guys are too sensitive. Can't you tell I'm being sarcastic? Like, she used to be really mean to us. And she would like yell and say the R word. Thinking about it, I think we all were being emotionally abused.
And the irony
we all
that,
got a little bit of that.
The irony of that is when they were talking about basketball wise, and she said something about Shawnee saying that the fans were saying, why are you so invested? But then she turned around and did the same thing.
Exactly. Well, it's the hypocrisy. She's always been a hypocrite. It's the hypocrisy. Why are you so invested? Well, if we weren't so invested, you wouldn't be making thousands of dollars a month. If we weren't so invested, you wouldn't hit over 100K on YouTube. So sit down and have several seats. Like, us being invested gave you a lot of money when you were exploiting other people's stories and passions for nothing or for $50 a week, which is less than your average super chat. So, I mean, come on with it. Absolutely insane. And that's why I just hope Nosy Ho keeps doing God's work, and everybody else out there, they keep doing God's work, and I will keep commentating on their work. Oh my goodness. Okay. Queen Sean said, girl, can you please read the chat and ask him, do he like beef or chicken? Do you like beef or chicken?
I'm a vegetarian.
He's a vegetarian. So Beefy Monica versus Bojangles Chicken. You're a vegetarian all of a sudden. I feel that.
You know how that lady driving here trying to find me.
I am shaking right now. I am shaking. Oh my God, it's so ridiculous to even think about it. It's so ridiculous. Wait, SoDebNair. I have a phone call. What? I have a phone call. I have a phone call.
Have you seen Jolene
and Busy Blue?
Oh. So let me tell you this. In the midst of all of this, this was the light under the bridge for all of us. I mean, it gave us a time, even though it was so bad, it gave us an opportunity to laugh at the situation. And I will forever love them for that.
I agree 100%. And I'll add them. I'm going to add your links and everybody else's link to the description. And I'll add Jolene and Busy Blue too. But I agree with you 100%. They brought such light and levity to it while also breaking down what the issues actually were and exposing everything for what it was in a very light and comedic way where we could all understand it. I hope they do one with Bojangles and beef, chicken or beef. I hope they break it down because there's so many different moving parts.
I know they're doing one tonight at 9:00.
Ooh, I'm going to get a cocktail and watch that. That is for sure. Because there's so many different moving parts. It's like Avatar Monica said in her interview, she was like, "Oh, a blogger that I know called me and was like, oh, they're doxing you, girl. They're posting photos of you, your house, and your kids." But it's like, if they're posting pictures and videos of your kids, then that means that has to be your real identity. And that's when they were talking about Monica Sauls. But then when Nosy Ho was doing God's work, she saw that when Monica the Avatar was on Lady Charmaine's live, there was that transition period and it said Monica Allen.
Yeah.
So it's like there's so many. It's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? It's like there's so many different clues. So
yeah, someone said,
I need a little.
This is like the biggest game of Where's Waldo.
It really is. It's the biggest game of catfish. We're all getting catfish. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I told them, I said, y'all are trying to find me. Y'all need to find that them people body moving from the Don't F with Cats from Netflix. That's what we need on this case.
Yes. Yes. So very true. So Finnegan's Wake has a question. I think it's coming up. Sorry. Okay. He says, please ask SoDebNair why he hasn't filed copyright counterclaims against the Avatar who wrongfully took 2 videos down. You were using it under the fair use doctrine properly. So Deb explained this already, but I'll explain again and then jump in if I'm explaining it incorrectly. So this is basically a scheme the Avatar has come up with. So if he does go to YouTube and try and get it reinstated, they will have to send to Avatar his name, his like full name and his address and his information. And so he's playing chess, not checkers, and is realizing that it's already, I got the message out. B, it's also available on Facebook. I would rather protect my privacy and my peace than try and go at it with her. Is that right?
Yeah, and they told me that the fair use doctrine doesn't get my video put back, or it doesn't take off the strikes. That's what they told me.
Weird. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see if anybody else is saying anything. Dun, dun, dun. So yeah. So what else is up? So Deb, thank you so much for coming on. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. I actually did that stuff this morning because I was like, man, let me go ahead and try to see if I can get my videos put back up. And when I had talked to them this morning, because someone had said they were getting notifications to my lives or something like that. So I was like, let me go ahead and ask all the questions while I'm on here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when they told me about that, I was like, oh, she's trying to get my information. That's what this is about.
That's exactly what it was about. Oh, we have a question. Young Rich says, what do you think about Wiley?
I've never seen him. By the time he got,
I don't know her.
By the time he got on her, that thing, I had turned it off. So I've never seen him before. I see people like talking about him or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I've been.
But other than that, I think your channel is really good. I've seen your channel a few times. I think I subscribed like a few days ago. But yeah, I love your channel though, by the way.
Thank you so much.
It gives me like real like news. I'm watching the news situation.
Exactly. We're just watching news and we keep it light and we just have fun. We just keep it light and have fun and just do all that crazy stuff. So thank you so much for coming on. What? What?
I said you and Kempire have that vibe.
I like Kempire and I like Up and Adam.
Oh yeah, I haven't really gotten to his show yet.
Mm-hmm. And I like House of Aaron. He's cranky sometimes, but I like him. I like House of Aaron too.
I subscribe to his channel, but I haven't watched anything on there yet. So I've been trying to like support everybody and try to figure out where to go. Because I mean, now I'm like nervous. Like, who else is like this? You know, it makes you a little nervous to be on here. But I'm trying to filter out who's who and what's what. So
exactly. I like Tisa Tells too. She's really cute. She's like a really, really cute girl, and she does like woman. She's a really beautiful woman, and she does like tarot cards reading and all that stuff. She's really cool too. I like her a lot.
Okay, I have to check her out. I've never heard of her either.
Yeah, she's cool. She talks about all this stuff. Well, thank you so much, Deb. Is there anything else? Like, is there anything that happened that, again, I know I'm being nosy. Is there anything that like went down behind the scenes that we just need to know? Oh yeah, Goddess Raven is good too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I have been on her channel. Yes, I love her.
I like Goddess. She's a hoot. She'll be up there like, y'all, click click.
Yeah,
and then she goes click click. I love her. I love her.
Yeah. I think that if you guys actually just watch all of our videos, and no shade to what I'm about to say, but if you watch all of our videos outside of Skool Boys, you can pretty much put together what's been happening behind the scenes. And that's really no shade to her. But she didn't really do anything that we didn't know.
Do you think Schoolboy and Avatar Monica are still in contact? Low key, they're still in contact? I
don't know. I haven't talked to either one of them in 3 months. I don't even think about either one of them, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
I wish Schoolboy the best. I don't have any hate towards her or anything, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think that me, Plez, Bishop, and Marcella, we gave a lot. Like there was a lot in the video that I gave everything in. That's still on my page. You can pretty much put together everything that was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. And what I will say to that is, yes, even though this has been very tumultuous and everything has been a lot, email, cease and desist, whatever those are, nobody, at least I don't think anybody really has any ill will towards the panel or any of you guys. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any hate. I think there is just like disappointment. Not in you, SoDeb, actually. You're like totally fine. But like with like some other names that we mentioned, I think around it is really more disappointment than anything else.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to figure out these sisters. Is it like an IOU, like you're going to get a real one later kind of thing? Like I don't understand. It's like I'm going to email.
I don't understand it either. Oh, I have a question. Someone in the chat said that Avatar Monica is trying to get Plez disbarred. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard that.
Well, I really hope that is not true. That is beyond evil and disgusting. So we're going to pray up for Plez, and if she needs anybody, then we got her, because that would be disgusting. So I'm just going to really hope that's a nasty rumor and not true.
I spoke to Plez yesterday. She didn't mention nothing, so I don't know if that's true.
Yeah. Oh, somebody asked, do I have mods? No, I don't have any mods yet, you guys. I just started.
You're going to need them now. You're going to need them now.
I'll need them now. Yes. So if anybody is cutting up in the chat, just know the policy here is respect. You don't have to agree, but you have to be respectful. So if you cannot be respectful, find another page, because this platform, we don't all agree, but we all respect each other in love. At the end of the day, this is a freaking YouTube show. So everybody relax and have several seats. I will be reaching out to certain people who I see in here who are great to be mods. I still have to figure everything out. So Deb, you might have to pay it forward. I might have to ask you for your help because I'm still figuring everything out. But
watch you always in your chats, like your live chats, and they're always kind of supporting you. Like I see, I think someone is always like, like the video. Those are the people that you want as your mods because they're going to be faithful to your actual channel. So absolutely.
Okay, guys, we have been in here over 3 hours. So Debonair, thank you so much. And I want to tell everybody listening, watching now, go to Nosy Hole Live. I think she's on right now, and I think she's having some breaking news or something is going on. So let's go support our girl Nosy. Support SoDebNair. Please follow and like his channel. Support Marcella. Speak on it with your girl Marcella. Please support her. Support Plez. Please support Plez. And I'll leave it there. But I love all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
And
if you ever need me
I love
again,
it. And I wish you
yes, you as well.
Oh my God. So let's connect. I love it. I love your energy. I love your morning motivations. I do self-care and wellness too. So maybe we could do something together. I don't know. That would be fun.
Well, we could talk about it. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Everything is Candy Washington.
Okay, I'll follow you on Instagram.
Okay, and I will follow you back. And I'm gonna like your thirst trap photos. Don't worry. I don't mind.
Oh, can I please? Because I don't know if everybody heard this story either.
I don't mind it.
I did not block. I did not close my laptop and because Bishop cursed me out and block him. I blocked Bishop because I suffer through my thirst traps.
Yes. Yes. Okay, everybody. Well, I see people who want to be mods. I will definitely reach out to you. Thank you so much. And yes, to everyone watching, thank you. Like and subscribe if you want. And I love you all. Go support our girl Nosy right now. Mwah. Love you guys. I will talk to you next time. All right. Bye. Wait, hold on. One thing. I have to do this last one before we go. Young Rich says, come on. Oh, anyway, he said, I love Candy's shade, and I love it too. Okay, guys, I'm really gone this time, but I love you all. I appreciate you all, and we'll be back here tomorrow with the shits. All right. Love you guys. Please like, please subscribe, please share. I'll see you next time. Bye.